Hello,
Hello.
travelers. Oh, David's gonna take the show.
Well, no, I was just saying hello because everybody else is quiet and you waved at first.
I was saying hello.
Yeah, no,
travelers.
it's fine.
Welcome to Tales from the Catacombs, our tabletop RPG adventures that we are thrilled to share with you. We're going to do something a little different tonight because there's been a really exciting, or is steadily a very exciting release for this ancient game that we all know and love and have been playing for so long. Actually, not all of us. Hey, Kassie, how's it going? Your first year and a half of D&D.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Now that you got to know that system, we're going to change it on you.
Wonderful. It's okay. I didn't really learn the first one.
Excellent. Me either. So we're going to be playing around with the new 2024 player handbook with some of the changes that are happening to the rules, to some of the classes, to some of the spells. We're going to be taking a look at that tonight, talking through some character creation for your enjoyment. And it's a good opportunity to get to know the system a little bit better because in, I think, 2 weeks, to further show off the new system and all the fun changes, Josh is going to be leading us through a very exciting one-shot with characters built using the new rules from the player's handbook. So we will be building some characters. What?
Oh, I was going to say, I believe we're still planning on doing a giveaway on that one of a player handbook digitalized for somebody. So
yeah,
there will also be that.
We'll be doing a bonus giveaway because we will. We don't have our next giveaway just yet, but we are mighty close.
We are pretty close. Who knows? It might be a double feature.
We might do a double. If make sure that you like this video, subscribe, help us get to 175 subscribers, and we might have a double whammy giveaway in 2 weeks for our special one shot, which would be very, very exciting.
Hello, Clara.
Hello.
We can actually just say hi to people as they come in.
We can. We're just
I almost typed it out, and I was like, wait a minute, we could just say it to them.
No, we're
we don't need to be behind keyboards.
We're not hiding anymore. It's you and us.
This is a very nice keyboard.
That is a nice keyboard. Mine is a very plain keyboard.
Mine's plugged in, and there's a bunch of wigs and random things like Cuphead.
I tried to lift mine.
I have Cuphead on top of some of my wires.
What are cupheads?
Cuphead. It's
That
a
has
video
nothing to do with
game.
this, Catherine.
Oh, a cuphead.
Yeah,
Not
well, I have
Cuphead.
Cuphead. I think I got the Chalice somewhere. Oh, I got Miss Chalice.
nice.
Are we just
Yeah.
desk doxing
And
now?
yeah,
I
that's
can't
what I'm
wait to see
doing.
the
Are
I
segue
guess.
from this to D&D. I'm very excited
have
to see
stickers.
how
Oh.
smooth
So
this
anyway,
is.
we're gonna
Look
make
at
some
the pop.
characters.
The kettle.
I mean, I got dice too.
I have nothing. I was not prepared. I'm the odd one out. I have a plate where my dinner once was.
You got a
Am I
skull.
in trouble?
I got a rug.
It's not a rock. It's
I
a
need to
boulder.
clean my desk, actually.
It's a boulder.
It's so cluttered.
Inspiration for the reference. Am I allowed to dole out inspiration?
Yes, that means I have double
Sure, why
inspiration.
not?
It's stats. I'm
Oh,
making a
sorry.
new rule.
It's
Inspiration
stats.
doesn't stack unless the new player handbook says
There
it.
is I think it's
I mean, DM
now.
can say it stacks.
I think one
Oh,
of
DM says
the
it doesn't
classes
stack.
now they get inspiration. Like the character just organically gets inspiration. It's out of
Is
the
it
hands
Bard?
of the DM. I think it's like it might be Champion Fighter, where they start
I
at
feel
the at the beginning. After a long rest, they automatically have heroic, or it's either that, or it's when you go into combat for the first. I don't know. There was a class. There was something about heroic inspiration.
You know, that sounds
I
a
don't-
lot like the conviction that that Savage Worlds has. I'm very curious if it runs like that. I'm gonna have to take a peek at that.
Yes, the expanded rules.
It
Okay,
is
so
the level 10 feature of the Champion Fighter.
I knew it. It was in my heart of
It
hearts.
sounds like something a bard should have. I don't know. Maybe
Well,
I'm
I
just
mean,
attached
so
to
that
my
one's-
bards
Viola
and
deserves
That
arts.
one's
inspiration all the
heroic
time.
inspiration.
Viola,
So
you
I think
inspire
that's
us
the
all
Carl
the
are
difference.
very
time.
heroic.
Well, I'm just saying that's the difference.
I mean,
I
our
would
bard
say.
came in clutch pretty heroically last session. You'll have to
Mhm.
watch the VOD later this week and find out. Or you can watch the live session, which also works.
But that should be Thursday and Friday. I don't know. I think it will be two different ones because it was like 2 hours, 15 minutes. We could talk about that later. So for now, I think
Segue back to D&D.
Catherine,
How
I
was that,
think
Josh?
you were
You were-
at the helm of characters. So which one do you want to? Do you want to just go straight in order?
We'll just go straight in order.
All right. So we're in the classes. We're in them.
Excellent. We're gonna do rogue because I play a rogue
Cool.
in a campaign that Josh runs, and I want to see how the differences sort of stack up, what it looks like to be a
Well,
rogue in 2024 versus 2014.
well, hot dang.
So
All right. So there's like nothing really under optional class features when you're using
no, that's because
just
they
theirs.
they moved the good ones over into
The
being
good
just part of
ones.
it. Like Betty Aim is there. It's fantastic.
Agreed.
I use
Okay.
that so much.
Oh, the assassin that gets steady aim with rogues, they could just do it and move. It's amazing.
Oh, that's fun.
But okay, to your character here, you get.
Yeah.
I'll expand this just so that the curious people can see. These are
I'm
they have like
curious
this little
people.
table now, a core table of
That's
traits.
cool. Nice overview of everything.
Oh.
Yes, it's giving Excel a little bit.
It's giving
I love
Excel.
Excel. This makes me so happy. I made a new spreadsheet today for work, and it was one of the best things I did all day
I
for work.
love a good spreadsheet.
I have
I-
literally asked Catherine for spreadsheets for my job.
I mean,
think I
that
still
is
owe you
my
a
job,
spreadsheet.
is just spreadsheets.
It's okay, you'll get to it. I don't think I need it till next year.
All right, so you
Okay,
get
awesome.
4 proficiencies. How are you feeling?
Yes. We're going to do deception, sleight of hand, persuasion, and stealth.
Catherine came
Persuasion
prepared. I did not.
and stealth. Bam. All right, we're going to make that smaller. Now you got that expertise. You still get 2 expertise when you make this.
We're going to deception because she's got to be really
Of
good
course, of
at
course.
getting what she wants. And we're going to do sleight of hand because she got to steal things and sneak things. She pranks people all the time. So sleight
Alright.
of hand's very important for that.
And then sneak attack starts out pretty much as it normally does. You get the D6.
Mhm.
So thieves can't.
Ooh, that's new. You get to add a new language.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Very
the
fun.
language. Okay.
That just looks like thieves like.
Oh,
can't,
is
like,
it
not.
not bringing
That's what
down?
I'm
Do you
thinking
see
of.
the drop
Whether you
down?
think
I
you
can
can
bring
or
it
you
down on
think
my
you
screen.
can't.
Oh, okay. I don't see it in my screen share for some reason. It doesn't want to share the drop down.
No, I mean, I have the builder up too, so I'm going.
Oh,
through it
okay,
with
cool,
you from
cool.
my end, and
That
it brings
sounds
it up
good.
there.
Yeah, so it is
That's
bringing it up
weird.
on my end. It just doesn't show it in the capture for some reason. It's beyond capture.
Oh, that's a new language too. Common sign language. I feel like that might suit her,
Yeah.
actually. Let's
Oh.
go with
Yeah,
that.
that's cool.
That is kind of
Sign
Go a
language.
little ASL. Yeah.
I love that.
That
they
has
did
come up
that.
so many times in games that I've played. I will not even lie to you. They're like, well, I know we don't share a language or they're too far, but can I like communicate sign language? I'm like, did you guys
That'd be
practice this
clutch.
before or something?
My
But
sisters
it
and I
didn't make
sometimes use
sense.
a limited sign language knowledge to communicate across rooms and family gatherings and stuff. And
But
it's
that's something you
really
and your
useful.
sister have developed, right? Like, or you both know it. Whereas like
We
in
both
the
know a little bit.
right. Whereas in the context of like the game I was in, it was something like, well, can we just say like, yeah, if I go like this, then they know what I mean. I'm like, do they know what you mean? I like the idea
Canon mining
behind
can
it.
be
but
very effective.
It can. It can. I think it takes a little practice.
Clara's definitely seeming she's pro the common sign language for rogues.
Yes.
Clara's got your back.
Mhm.
And you also now as a rogue get the new feature called Weapon Mastery. So there was a
Ooh.
lot of different things that for some reason you cannot see because when I hit the drop down, it does not show it. But we will say what it is for what Catherine picks.
Drop down.
So we're gonna go with dagger. Gotta go
Okay,
classic with the
of
dagger.
course. And dagger comes with the nick.
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to read what Nick does, or you want me to?
I can
It doesn't-
read, sure.
Tell us what he does.
So my training with weapons allows me to use the mastery property of daggers, which means when I make an extra attack of the light property, I can make it as part of the attack action instead of the bonus action. Which means I can get 2 quick attacks instead on an attack instead of just 1, which is really cool. Extra dagger flare. We can only do that once per turn.
Yes.
And then for a second one, we'll probably go short bow to do something with a little more range. That's more
Oh,
what she would use next, I think.
okay. So you're gonna be vexing people.
Oh, I'm very vexing. This is perfect. So if you hit a creature with a short bow and deal damage to that creature, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn.
Now,
So you hit him with a short bow, deal some damage, and you move in close for some dagger strike
and
to slice them and dice them next time.
fun fact for soul knife people, because we're not making a soul knife, so I'll just throw in this fun fact: the psychic daggers vex your target. So it has the vex feature
Ooh.
built into the psychic blade, so you can get that advantage.
Nice.
I feel like that was a warning.
Can we go up to level 3 so I can get subclass stuff before we move
Sure.
on?
We can do that. So we jump in. So you still get your
Sweet.
cunning action for second level. That has not changed.
Gotta
And
go fast.
then you get the steady aim thing as a default now. And now it comes to the
Default up there.
subclasses.
Yes, we're gonna go Arcane Trickster for our subclass.
All
Gotta
right.
get a little bit of some spells in there.
Sounds good. Arcane Trickster.
Can I jump in
Yeah.
with a clarification on how something works?
Yep.
The nick feature of dagger does not give you an additional attack.
Oh, it doesn't?
Ah,
That is,
oops.
I don't know if that's how you meant to word it, Catherine, but that's kind of how it came out. It doesn't give you an additional attack. It means instead of using your bonus action for the light,
Oh,
the 2-weapon
it
fighting,
frees up your
you get to
bonus.
do it
I
as part
see.
of the attack bonus, and then you can use your bonus action for, say, your cunning action as a rogue to
That makes
dash
more
or
sense.
disengage or hide.
Okay.
Sure.
It's not
It-
throwing in an additional attack.
It
It's
does
it's freeing
sound
up
like
your
an
bonus
additional attack.
action.
Yeah.
It's freeing up your bonus action.
Okay. That makes sense, though. And it's still very
It does.
handy.
Mhm.
So
We have to be
you
able to do that
have...
and then still get away. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because rogues have a lot of things they can do with bonus actions, so
Oh, yes.
it's
Now-
very nice to have that open up.
For the old Arcane Tricksters, did it stop at 4th level before, or did it go up to 5? 'Cause
I think 5.
now
went
it
up to
stops
5.
at 4. So that is a difference. Take that as you will for folks, because I also noticed that with the
Oh no, it
Eldritch
did only
Knight.
go up to 4.
Oh, okay. The
Diddle.
big thing with
Most-
Eldritch Knight and this one is you can pick from any branch of magics instead of being stuck with specifically just, I think it was illusion and enchantment for
Mhm.
arcane tricksters, right?
Yeah, they
Yes.
could do illusion and enchantment spells, and then they had a couple different levels at which they can choose from any school. But the majority were just enchantment and illusion, which for the most part was fine because those are like what's best for a rogue in general anyway, and so they really wanted to just stick with that flavor. But
yeah. But so that's a good look of your table in general there. And then you still get the Mage Hand Legionnaire thing. So if we wanted to, we could look at some of the spell options.
Yeah, let's pull this up.
So we got cantrips.
I love me some cantrips.
You get a decent
We're
amount
gonna-
from the wizard spell list, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So geez.
yeah, wizards have the most.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Minor Illusion and Shocking Grasp, though. The Shocking Grasp was great for your lower level character going up to handshake people, and you just give them a little bit of an extra shock instead. But once you get to higher levels, that gets really dangerous.
Yeah, and you do get your Mage Hand for free, so you start out with 3 of them. Then you get 3 first level spells.
Awesome. We're gonna do Silvery Barbs. Gotta get that.
Silvery Barbs.
It's so useful. Silent Image for more pranks.
Alrighty.
It's all about
And
the
There's a
color
theme
spray,
going
because
here.
Why not be able to make bursts of color?
And
I don't
blind
know
people at the
why.
same time.
But the vibe of this is just making me think of the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I don't know why, but
What?
that's just the vibe that I'm getting is the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
In our next one shot.
We all live in a giant hotel.
We all pick a Disney Channel character and make a character.
Actually, that would
would
be
actually be so
That would
fun.
be, you could do
Yeah, something that'd be-
divination and you could be Raven.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
You just have to do the
gosh.
freeze frame and looking at the camera as it zooms in.
Cassie should do that because her camera zooms in sometimes.
That's how you use your
Oh
what
my
is it? What is it
God.
called? Your substitution of the D6. What is that maneuver called? Or not the D6, the D20. The things that you roll after a long rest. Do you know what I'm
Hit
talking?
dice?
No, for
No, I know what you're talking
divination.
about, but
Yeah,
the
I forget
feature
what
is
they're
escaping me.
called,
The
but
portend?
huh?
The portend? That one?
Yeah, the portent
Portents?
dice.
Mhm.
Then
Okay, the
whenever
two
you
on the
do
end.
that, that's when you zoom in on your eye. It's like, I see
Portent
you're
is
going to
pretty
fail.
The portent dice as opposed to the important
Oh
dice.
my gosh.
I kind of really want to do this. All right, do you want to move to backgrounds now?
Yeah, we can go to background now.
All right, cool.
And our background is gonna be charlatan.
Of course it is.
I mean, we're going with a theme here. I have strong themes for my characters, and it makes it so fun and so easy.
Oh, you got a forgery
Um,
kit. Interesting.
Yes, that's a very cool thing because that didn't come with the background before.
You did used to get though a little mouse. You used to get a little pet mouse with charlatan.
Really?
When?
I don't.
I think it was charlatan. It was definitely one of the ones
That's,
in that kind of urchin. Okay, never mind. They're so closely related. In my mind, they are very close.
If someone told me I could pick a background that got me a pet mouse, I would have picked it every time.
Yeah, I did
What
pick it
if
for.
instead of a pet mouse, you got a potato chip, a paperclip, and a penny?
Okay, SpongeBob reference number 2, everyone.
It's really
We
a
can
shame
tell what
that
I grew
inspiration
up
doesn't
on.
stack.
All
Okay, so
right.
old one, you did get inspiration. You did get proficiency with forgery kit and disguise kit, so you don't get the
Oh.
proficiency with disguise kit anymore.
Interesting. But you could pick that with skilled because you do get skilled.
Mhm.
Good. You could.
So,
We'll start
so-
off with those 2 skill proficiencies up top, and we're gonna
Alright.
do no, the ones above skill. Before you get to the feet, let's just go
Yeah.
down the line.
that's why
Yeah.
I have
Okay,
it
cool.
selected. You just can't see
That's
it.
right.
I don't know why.
We're gonna do acrobatics,
Okay, acrobatics.
history for a little something different.
Because it's different.
It's coming so useful in that campaign.
All
Seriously.
right. And does. Okay. It only labels what you get for charlatan. It doesn't label the ones that you chose before in the drop down for the skilled section. All right. But what are you
Yeah.
thinking for skilled?
For skilled, we're gonna do. Give me 1 second. I want to get persuasion. No, we already have persuasion. Shoot. Gotta
Yeah.
remember where things are coming from here.
You're getting a lot of things because you had 4,
Yes.
and then you got 2 more,
Now we're
plus
getting-
forgery kit,
Okay.
and now you're getting another 3.
All of the
Yeah.
things.
Let's go with performance. I think that could be fun.
Performance.
Let's get a disguise kit. Because gotta be able to change your looks, change your vibe.
Disguise kit.
I think that's in there, yeah. And then for extra fun, we'll go with investigation.
Investigation. Alrighty. And so with the new one, your backgrounds, you get that feat, which is why she got skilled. But this also determines your ability score bonuses. And it has fixed ones. So for this one, you got dexterity, constitution, charisma.
Ooh, so we're gonna do a +2 to dexterity. I'll do a +1 to charisma.
Dexterity, charisma.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And now we go to species.
Excellent. We're gonna go halfling.
Ah.
Gotta get that luck.
Which halflings now have a 30-foot pace.
See, I'm not
Hey,
sure how
they
much I
picked it
like
up
that. 'Cause
alright.
it's such a cool bit of being able to just be like, my little legs can't carry me as fast as you.
I mean, it might be a cool bit, but it's also like if you really want to do it, you could still just make a move 25 feet. I personally like being able to move 30 feet.
I like that there are different things that come and go with
Yeah.
taking different
Right,
species.
like what's the point of
And so-
playing a different species if they're all the same?
Are they? Like,
A
is there
lot of
something
them are
that
much
balance
more-
that?
Well, no, because you still got brave, you still got nimbleness, you still got luck, you still got
Yeah.
naturally
So make
Right,
it
these are
stealthy.
all
way.
boons.
You got
There's
multiple
no
different
gain.
All good
changes.
stuff.
Right. That was
Yeah.
one of my concerns, that a lot of the things that we've talked about already in the Discord, which, fine, so be it. A lot of what we've talked about has a lot of boons, and I'm wondering how they've balanced it themselves in the system, or if they're expecting just the DM is just going to
Ooh, more
balance it
like-
out with their own encounters.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do
Fair enough.
have a table for the standard languages that you get for your halfling.
Excellent. So let's make sure we grab halfling as one of those.
Are you sure you want to know your own language?
I mean,
a halfling that doesn't know halfling. That could be a bit. I could move 30 feet, but I don't know my own
But I
language.
can't speak my own tongue.
I actually do really like that though, because like not every character, it would make sense for them to know that language. For example, in
Yeah.
another character in my campaign, she's a wood elf, but guess what? Her adopted parents are halflings.
Yeah.
She
I
did
mean-
not grow up in an elven community.
I'm
So-
Mexican. I don't know Spanish, so
There you go. It's like
There you
don't
go.
know. Just
Yeah.
because you are from a particular culture or something doesn't necessarily mean you know that language.
all
And
right.
then Catherine over here starts
Another
busting
And
out
what are you
so randomly.
thinking for another?
let's go Gnomish. Learn another small folk tongue.
I was wondering if you were going to say giant for the extreme.
thought
He's not a
about it.
fan of the big
I don't-
folk.
I don't think she really has a reason to know that. Gnomish is already a bit of a stretch, I think, but it's more likely then.
All
At
right.
least there
Then
are
what?
gnomes in the region that she's from. There are not giants.
I just came back in time for the Aria shout out. Do you want to go into abilities, or do we want to go back so we can show what they get with their sneak attack at level 5? Your call.
Either way,
If you don't do abilities, you can't look at the character sheet.
so let's do
well,
abilities real quick.
okay, sounds
It
good.
won't take long because we'll just do point by to make it real quick and easy.
Yep.
We're gonna put
Probably nothing in
we're gonna max
strength,
out
I guess.
dexterity,
All right.
and then we're going to do an extra. We're gonna bring charisma up to
13.
12. Bring it to 12. It'll make it 13 with the bonus that she gets,
Okay, yep.
and then intelligence up to 14.
Intelligence to 14. Hello, Sunflower.
Yeah. Then we'll do Constitution up to 13,
13.
and then put the other one in Strength. Other two in Strength.
Oh, you're low on wisdom, I see.
She is very low on wisdom. This is quite funny.
All right, so let's come back over here, and we're just gonna jump you
Yeah.
to 5. Do you have an idea for an ability score improvement already?
We're gonna do Dexterity. I mean, just
Okay, so just
we're
do
gonna-
ability score improvement
yeah.
and dump
gonna do
into Dex for both.
Yep. Yep.
Okie dokie.
Got to get that maxed out as soon as you can for her.
All right,
At least right
so you get now Cunning Strike is the new thing. If you wanna look at that before we switch to a different
Yes.
class.
Yeah, so now with Sneak Attack, you can do more than just deal extra damage. You can choose to give up one of your D6 die and instead do one of these different effects. Like if you have a Poisoner's Kit, you can poison someone. Instead of doing an extra D6 of damage, they have to make a Constitution saving throw and see if they're poisoned, which is pretty cool. You can also try and trip them, which I think is really funny to have my little rogue trying to trip people. Because she's already a tripping hazard. And then Withdraw is also neat to be able to get away without doing opportunity attacks is clutch.
That is really
Indeed. But Sunny, to specify, I'm not the Dungeon Master here. So Bran is the Dungeon Master. She's up in the corner who does not have a name tag because I gave her a fancy border. And then Josh also DMs. He's going to be doing a one-shot for us in 2 weeks. And on the side, Catherine also DMs. So we have multiple DMs on here. But I am not. I'm just the one running the stream portion of it. The only thing I noticed is, so it doesn't look like it specifies that you even need to be proficient with the Poisoner's Kit. You just need to have one.
You gotta have the poison to put on blade.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense, but I thought that was...
Oh, that is interesting, actually.
Interesting.
You would think you'd have to be proficient in it to use it that effectively.
So that also makes it seem like it wouldn't just be enough to have a vial of wormling poison or something on you. You'd have to still have the kit to apply it to the blade correctly.
But
well, with that though, that's a lot easier for the DM to be like, you gained poison, I will let you use the poison in the way that the poison itself specifies you can use it.
Yeah, I can see that being like a judgment call, being like, okay, you already had that prepared. You can say that you have that on there.
Because, I mean, that's something that anyone can do. You wouldn't have to sacrifice Sneak Attack if you have a die of Sneak Attack if you have a vial of poison. Anyone can just use a vial of poison and coat their weapon in it.
Yeah.
Can glitter count as a poison? Asking for a friend.
I mean,
yes,
maybe
in my mind, it does.
Block the bloodstream.
Razia, yes, glitter is poison.
Do you want to make a quick equipment thing, and then we can look at your character and its
we'll just do the basic starting equipment and Charlatan starting equipment.
Okay.
You don't get to make as many choices now. It just gives you some little group.
Oh, you get a costume.
So instead of getting a disguise kit to start, you get a forgery kit and a costume.
David was
we'll
so excited about that costume.
We'll go ahead and equip that and do wield these. Well, because I wasn't expecting getting a costume since you don't get...
That's fun.
I wasn't expecting it since you don't get... they didn't give you a disguise kit or disguise proficiency, so I didn't think they would give you something like a costume.
Well, costume, you don't necessarily need the proficiency with the kit to pull off. The kit has the pieces to make something. This is a ready-to-go costume for you.
But here we go. You got that. Level 5 rogue, 15 armor class. It gives you, when you have a weapon mastery over something, it gives you a little star. And then you can click on it, and it will tell you, it will roll dice.
Nice.
But it will also...
Tag.
That's not what I was trying to do.
We all
told you
nice
it didn't hit.
But it will. So wait, but maybe okay. So if you just click on the weapon at the bottom, it will give you the reference to that right on here. So quick, easy reference for that, and then everything else is basically exactly as you would expect.
Wait, so the reference isn't going to show up in your virtual tabletop. It's just there for you.
I mean, it might because
there it is
in this list. So most of the time,
I know you can click.
Hit display, it probably would show up over there.
I didn't know if it was automatic. Just checking.
But there you go.
There we go.
All right, so I'll go back to my characters, and then Bren, I believe, is up.
Would Kassie like to go in my stead and I'll take her spot? I'd like to look at it a little bit more, so I'm nice and ready to go.
Why is it okay for me to be unprepared?
It's only if you want to. If you don't want to, that's cool. I just figured you might be more
this is
willing to
gonna be
dive
unprepared
in.
either way, so it's fine.
I just wanted to peek at a few things and just see.
All right, well, whoever's going next, you may now pick your class.
Okay, here's the thing though. I don't have access to the drop downs on my side like Catherine did. So should I
Okay.
pick one of the ones that I do have access to, or do you want to read me all the things, David?
Well,
It
if you
is
go
your
into one of our
call.
campaigns, if you go into our campaign and go to create a character there, you should have access to everything that we have.
Oh, okay.
So start there instead of just a fresh character from your own account.
Yeah, if you go into one of the one-shots Josh hosted,
Or go into our Razia
one-shots-
campaign, either way.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if you wanted us
Yeah.
going in there, because we talked about it
no,
yesterday,
no,
and
it's
I
fine,
thought
as
you
long
had
as you
characters in there that you
Oh.
didn't want us to see, like Nora's true level.
What? Nora doesn't have a level of anything. She's not real.
How do I?
Yeah, you
Okay,
can go
then.
whichever.
Oh, create
Here,
an
Cassie, I'll
assigned
send-
character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just put it in the Razia one shot one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. And I'm going to class. How many of these classes are there?
So there are many. I think
What did
12.
we say, 12?
Yeah.
Well,
Let's see. A warlock. I rolled an
Nice.
11.
Ooh.
A nice simple class for you, Cassie.
Yeah, of course.
I think
That's
magic,
kinda what I
therefore I
figured.
am.
All right. So with a warlock at level 1, you got core warlock traits. And you do have this another little table like before. So do you know what proficiency you would like for your first selection?
Let's do Arcana because that makes sense.
Okay.
And then let's do Intimidation. How about?
Sounds good to
Ooh,
me.
I like where this is going.
And then you get Eldritch Invocations now at level 1. You get your very first invocation. So,
What does that mean?
well, that means I think you only have 5 options because at level 1 you have the option of Armor of Shadows, which gives you mage armor that you can cast at will. It doesn't cost you a spell
nice.
slot. You have Eldritch Mind, which I believe lets you telepathically communicate. Oh wait, no,
Ooh,
never mind. It does not do that. It gives you
No, it doesn't.
advantage on Constitution saving throws, which
Very
is very,
different.
but it is very strong.
To maintain concentration, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it gives you advantage. So, and then you have Pact of the Blade, Pact of the Chain, Pact of the Tome, which you should be familiar with those a little bit from Baldur's Gate 3. Remember those?
Yeah.
Remember your time with Will?
Yeah, I always make him Pact of the Blade, so
Are you feeling Blade? Like-
no, I kind of like the Armor of Shadows being able to do the mage armor.
Okay, so you can do mage armor at will, and then you get your Pact Magic.
Oh boy.
Do you want to look at spells
Yes,
now, or do you want to
spells.
level up a few before picking?
I guess let's level up a few.
It's good. Okay, your call.
it's easier if you do spells first.
Oh, let's do spells first.
Okay. So you get 2 cantrips starting out.
Let's pick something fun. I mean, I guess I should probably do Eldritch Blast because that kind of makes sense.
Eldritch Blast
Don't
is
have
Classic.
a classic choice. It's not a mandatory choice,
It makes
especially
It is
now
classic.
because a lot of the things that boosted Eldritch Blast are now universal boosts.
Let's do let's do Minor Illusion. How about?
Minor
That's a fun one
illusion.
too.
All right,
can
and
get really
then
creative with
you
it.
get 2 first level spells.
2 of them.
Just the 2 of them.
I'm so happy. Oh, Hellish Rebuke. I do like Hellish Rebuke.
I
Same.
love Hellish Rebuke.
It comes in very clutch. Speak with Animals. This is my
You can't
favorite
get away.
spell.
Guys, did you know that this is actually just Viola as a warlock?
I can see it.
All right. So at level 2, you get cunning or magical cunning. I actually don't.
Oh.
Um,
Oh wait, I get more Eldritch invocations.
Yes, you do get 2
Yeah.
more of those too.
There's
Do
more
you
choices,
wanna
too.
do you want to read the description for magical cunning for viewers?
Sure. You can perform an esoteric rite for 1 minute. At the end of it, you regain expended packed magic spell slots, but no more than the number equal to half your maximum, round up. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest.
Oh, okay. That is cool. That's a new one.
That's really nice since you don't get many pack
No,
slots.
you do not.
Mhm.
I think at most you get 3, or is it 4?
I think it's 4. I think it goes up to 4, but most people don't get that far.
Yeah. I will say, I do think that they have a lot more invocations that are up that you can just use without expending a pack
Mhm.
slot, which is very nice. All right, you have a lot more options.
It's such a simple one.
What is now I forgot what I was looking at. Catherine, because you took silent image. What is a silent image? Tell me about it.
Silent image lets you make a illusion. That's this image that appears in a space of a certain size. And you can, I think, make it move a little bit. You can make it shift around, but it doesn't make any sound. And it's not,
Some would say
people
it's
can
silent.
look at it and figure it out if they roll high enough on a check. But it can
So
still
how
be
is
cool for
it-
like making things appear or show up.
How is it different from minor illusion?
Bigger, longer, more powerful.
Yeah, minor illusion is
Oh.
not very big.
No.
Okay. Ooh, what is Devil's Sight? That looks kind of cool.
That lets you see
Devil's Sight is
in
really cool.
darkness, including magical darkness.
Yes.
And
And it gets into
120
spinning
feet
range,
instead of
120
60,
feet.
which is the norm.
That is
I
sick
like
range.
that one.
All right,
It's
you got
really
the
cool.
One of the
devil's
best.
sight. She's doing the devil's magic.
Satanic panic.
we had that one commenter a few weeks ago. That's like, you're playing the devil's game.
Did we really?
Yeah, we were doing when we were
Stop
doing the
it,
level
no way.
21 shot. There was somebody that was in there, and I was like, "Welcome to the stream."
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I can't
wish
believe
I'd
people
seen.
We were
think
there to
that.
push people, not play the game with people.
Yeah, I don't think they
That's-
stuck around for like the punchline of the campaign.
Was that the Doom
Sorry,
one
guys.
shot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They should have stuck around. They could have seen you literally fighting Satan.
I know.
No.
I know.
And beating him.
They were just
On my
like, "I'm
wholesome
praying
Christian
for you
Minecraft
guys."
D&D.
Listen, we'll always take the prayers. God puts those to use no matter what.
Ooh,
Thank you.
You have an idea for your next invocation?
I don't know what origin feats are, but they sound cool. So I'm thinking
Wait,
lessons of the first ones.
What? Oh, wait.
Oh, you can
wait.
get an additional origin.
Did
feat
you
with that one, I think.
already choose another invocation? Well, we had 2. You picked Devil's Sight. I didn't hear you make a third.
Yeah, lessons of the first ones.
Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't even see that there. Sorry. I was just like, you went off script. Where did you go?
You went off script.
Honestly, that fits though. So
Allowing you
That is a
one
pretty good
origin.
one.
It's a
There's a lot
repeatable
of
one,
good
but I am noticing it is not giving me a drop down.
I know I
It
did
cannot
notice
be
that. I'm like,
selected.
I don't know where we're supposed to select.
At this present time, it does
You would
not
just have
seem
to
to
go
allow.
into the character sheet under
Yeah,
features
just go
and
into the
traits
sheet
and
at the end.
choose.
Yeah,
And you can add it.
We can
Okay.
go hunt for one.
Because it doesn't usually. I think what it is the fact that they don't have a drop down underneath a drop down. The fact that you already chose this off of a drop down, it
Yeah,
doesn't have a
nested
sub
drop-downs
drop
are-
down option.
Nested drop downs.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know that they used to allow
As it
drop
should
down
be.
after drop down because I've done it.
They do it sometimes. They do it
yeah.
for like when you're doing your ability score increase and you choose a feat instead, you get the drop down and the drop down. But it's
Right.
just
That
good.
But they
Cassie, you
haven't
get
gotten
another
far with
spell.
this. This is still new.
Dropception.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
I knew more about spells. Because I am not familiar with very many. Ooh, what's shadow armor? That sounds kind of cool.
So I will
but I already have
say-
mage armor, so that like That feels like conflicting.
My favorite
Riley.
warlock spell, I am going to say, is Hex. Because I
was
like
just
the
looking at that
idea.
one.
I like the idea of just hexing people in
Yeah,
general.
we'll
but
do that
Hex is
also,
one.
well, I don't know if that's a
but
warlock
also
spell,
it's
but
very
Curse is
similar
my favorite
to like
hexy spell.
Hunter's Mark, where it applies
Oh,
extra
yeah.
damage, but it's necrotic damage.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that one. I was looking at that one before you even said it.
It also
Great minds
gives
think alike.
disadvantage on ability checks.
It gives
of
disadvantage.
opposing-
It also allows you to do that bonus damage with both magic and physical damage, where I believe Hunter's Mark is
Oh.
only gives you that for physical damage. So,
Cool. Okay,
and then we'll do
what
one
now?
more level here, so that way you get that, and then we're
Get your subclass.
yes.
Which is
what?
the change, because it used to be you got your warlock subclass earlier.
Yes. Now you don't
Oh.
know. Now you don't know who your magical patron thing is until you're level 3, I guess. Or however
Which
you
is
want to
why you
spin
just
it
don't start
narratively.
before
Who's
level 30.
talking to me?
Wait, am I only using
So we're looking at
The
the
core
core
rules?
rules, yeah, because
Okay.
it still allows for the expanded rules, because it is backwards compatible, I guess you can say, but it does have core rules and reworks for the Archfey, the Celestial, the Fiend, and the Great Old Ones, which was my very first pact that I ever made.
what does
You
Arch
personally.
say?
Are you nostalgic?
Yes, me personally. What did you say?
What is Archfey?
Archfey, I think it has a lot to do with like enchantments, like charming.
You make a pact with someone from the Feywild, essentially, a deity who's involved in that. And so you're doing
Oh.
things that give you that sort of effect and impact.
Let's
You get like
do
access to misty stuff and things
Yeah.
like that.
So that one,
Fiend Patron.
alrighty. So you get the Dark
But
One's
none of this
blessing
Feywild
still.
stuff. Let's go to the devil.
Yes.
So you still get the temporary hit points, which is a charisma plus your warlock level, and then you get fiend spells, which
Whoa.
Burning Hands, Command, Scorching, and Suggestion. Are those ones?
Ooh.
So some of those are different from the OG. Before you got Burning Hands command, that's normal, and then you would have Scorching Ray and Blindness/Deafness.
Oh, so you have
Ooh.
Suggestion instead.
That does
Yeah,
sound
they
familiar.
switched out Blindness and Suggestion. Fireball and Stinking Cloud is the same. Fire Shield and Wall of Fire is the same. But it used to be Flame Strike and Hallow.
Ooh.
Oh, for the ninth one?
That's a shift.
Instead of,
Mhm.
was this Geese? Geese?
Guess.
Yes, I think.
Geese.
I cast Geese.
Geese.
That's a
Oh,
different
no.
spell altogether.
The goose is
I
back.
think Goose is a
Power
ninth level
honk.
spell that you
Power
cast
word
once
honk.
and regret.
It just creates a flock of geese. All right.
Just
What
brings up
would
the
be a
horrible goose.
second level spell you would?
I'm thinking Scorching Ray. I think that's a
Scorching
good
Ray.
one.
Alrighty. Nice. And then
Oop.
I will move us over to background. So the
Hmm.
background, you're looking at the core rules there. And then, so kind of think, I guess, what kind of infernal warlock? Are you an artisan infernal warlock?
I
just gotta take the
Be a
baked goods
farmer.
to everyone.
I like that they added farmer as
yeah.
a background of just like I literally was just
Yeah.
just in the fields.
Just the
That's it.
guy.
Yeah, I do like that
It's a
they have
farmer, but they
ones
got
that are
rid of
just like
urchin.
they
And
have
then the
ones.
devil came to me one day.
Yeah, you can be a merchant. Like I do
No.
like that you just have like down to earth professions.
Sorry, I'm reading through some of them.
I mean, if you want me to click it, then so that way we know what you're looking at.
Oh, I was looking at Wayfarer.
Okie dokie.
That's a new one, isn't it?
I think
It
so.
is.
And you get the lucky
I think
feet.
I think it's a replacement for urchin if I'm reading it
Yeah,
right. That's sort of
they
what it
don't
sounds
have-
like.
Yeah, they don't have urchin anymore. It's very similar to that.
They
Yeah.
killed all
Don't get a
mice.
Took away the mouse.
That one is pretty great that it gives you the lucky feat right off the bat.
Yeah, and you
That's
get
a
proficiency
fantastic
with
feat.
insight, stealth, and thieves tools. And then, so this one does give you charisma and dexterity boosts as well, which for a warlock, I feel like those two things
Those are-
are pretty
Those are
good.
definitely good ones, too. Those two in Constitution.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Wayfarer. I was thinking it could be fun to do Acolyte.
I mean, you could be an
But I think
acolyte that
I tried
Went
to
bad.
follow the
Went
gods,
bad.
but this devil showed up on my shoulder, and I was just like, okay.
I mean,
we're gonna do
maybe you
Wayfarer.
just didn't realize who you were serving with during your acolyte time. It wasn't until you hit
We
level
did too,
3
though,
that
like-
you realized it was evil.
That is entirely an option.
I mean, Heck Snow's background is Acolyte, isn't it? When he used to be a thing
is.
or something?
Yeah,
Mhm.
he was an acolyte for 7 years, I think.
Longer than Stan.
And
Dang.
then,
Yeah, it's true. Sane's a free range acolyte.
Cassie, do you want to do the ones across the board, or you want to do a 2-in-1 ability score improvement?
Sure, one's across the board.
All right, I mean, it's your call. All right, dexterity, wisdom, and charisma both go up by 1. And then what race? And then if you click that little bar thing at the top, it will hide the legacy things for you if you want. And then you could just look at.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Do I want to be big or do I want to be small?
You don't
I'm
want
gonna
to.
look at-
So you're,
I'm
so
gonna
you're
be a
going
tall,
between
so you be a
Goliath
fellow
and
little.
halfling or gnome.
I was between Goliath and Gnome.
No,
Those are both really fun.
no.
Yeah, I
do
kind of
it.
want to do the Gnome.
There's no.
All
Yes.
right. So you get the gnome, which also has
Gnome
a 30-foot
plays like
pace.
gnome.
You got the speed. You got gnomish cunning, which gives you advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saves. What is your lineage?
Let's do the Rock Gnome.
I honestly really like the rock gnome. I like the idea of just making little contraptions that work for prestidigitation usages. Like you could just
Yeah.
give somebody like this little contraption that cleans them.
Uh-huh.
Very fun.
Gnomish lineage spells.
Yes.
Yeah, because you get a couple spells from being. a
So you're
rock
gonna
gnome,
want it to be
so
your
yeah.
charisma modifier.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then you get 2
Languages.
languages.
Well, I'm guessing we should maybe do Gnomish.
Don't have to.
Nah.
And then, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's roll for the other one.
Oh,
Yay!
you're
I'm
doing the
here.
actual
1,
chart.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
12.
Oh,
It's numbered.
it is numbered. 7, giant. So both ends of the spectrum.
Good.
Nice.
I want
The
to
biggest
know
and the
the
smallest.
story.
You got the best
How
of
did this
both
happen?
worlds.
Mm-hmm. You get the best.
Do you want to do which leveling up for a bit?
I like to roll.
All right, we're gonna roll them here. So your first one is a 10. Your next one's a 7.
Going strong.
Then you got an 11. This is basically just like an never mind. We got a 17.
Wow.
We got a 12
Come on,
and
18,
big
let's
money.
go.
14. All right.
Not bad.
How do you want to distribute?
So I'm guessing my highest should be my charisma.
Okay.
Maybe.
And then I feel like either the 12 or the 14 should be. I don't know. This is what I'm
Well,
terrible
remember, your
at.
mage armor gives you from your dexterity.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you want Dex and Con to be your next 2 highest.
so 14 for dexterity, 12 for constitution. I did have those 2 in my mind as what should be the next highest.
Yeah, and then for your, I think it was charisma, dexterity, because that one's going to get a +1. And then I think wisdom's also going to get a +1
Yeah.
so
with how you pick it.
let's put Let's put the 11 at wisdom. Will that bump it up or would it stay the same?
That would bump it to 12.
Okay. But would that bump up the modifier?
Evens
Okay.
is a modifier bump.
Okay, that's what I thought. And so then let's put the 10 as intelligence and the 7 as strength.
Okay.
Everybody wants to make strength a dump stat.
Apply
Not
ability
me,
scores.
usually.
So they want to hit something with a stick.
This is a significantly small, weak gnome.
That's what the
All
magic
right,
is for.
we'll move you up to
Slow down.
5 to get you.
She is strong of
You get more-
mind.
Invocations.
You do. Do you have a feat in mind for your character?
Oh, there's so many feats.
There is.
And you get one more because
Indeed.
of the invocation you
There
chose
is.
earlier.
Uh-huh.
There is a
boy.
nice
Or you could
buff
just
that you
improve your
get for
ability
like
scores.
Warcaster, but for some reason I don't see it for.
So Warcaster's weird. You have to go and turn off a specific thing when you're making your choices. You need to go turn off the requirements, the prereqs, for it to actually show up right now. It's a bug. they
Oh,
haven't
what
fixed yet.
prerequisites does it have?
It doesn't have prereqs at the spellcasting ability. It's a bug.
Oh,
They
I
haven't
see.
fixed yet.
So I just won't worry about that.
But it's
'Cause I
there
tried to
for
add
you
it when I
guys
was
at
making
home if you want to
stay-in.
do it.
Yeah, I noticed that it existed for when I was looking at wizard stats for
Yeah.
bow. So
It
it's just
exists
like I
there.
know it's
just a
here.
bug in the system.
Okay, a glitch
Mhm.
in the matrix.
And turning off the prereqs for feats makes it appear.
Some friends call it a feature.
All right.
Okay,
wait.
so I want to choose for my feat telepathic.
Okie dokie.
Nice.
So we'll pick charisma for your boost.
Yes.
And then we'll pick charisma for this one.
Hmm.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Charisma is very high now. And
We're
you
just
get,
making the opposite of Viola.
you get 2 more invocations. The
Mhm.
invocations are like the bread and butter.
How do I
You wanna-
find this? Where's this at? Where are you?
It's up.
Roll up a little bit.
It's up at the great. It's the second option from the top.
Oh, it is not showing me more options.
Did you level up to 5?
Oh no, that's why. Shh, shh, shh. It's
And
okay.
all was right with the world.
Oh,
You're
is there
doing great.
more?
Yeah, there's even more now.
Jeez. What is ascendant step?
So
Ooh,
it's-
levitate. That's cool.
And
that
you do it
one.
without extending a spell slot, so you could just do it at will. That works really, really well with your intimidation. You levitate yourself.
Just start levitating.
This
and
little
yelling
gnome
at
just
someone.
starts floating. Oh, you could do that to see eye to eye with people. You're just like, listen here.
Slowly rises up to be at eye level.
Let me just get on your level real quick.
you could make it look like you're going up invisible steps.
I can do the actual elevator and walking up down the steps behind the table. Oh man.
So you do get more invocations
No.
than you used to be able to.
Mhm.
Just overall, you can at level 20 you would have
Ooh.
10 invocations instead of the 8 that it was previously.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
And it's a lot, since you could also just like do Pact of the Blade and Tome at the same time. You could have Chain and Tome at the same time, since they
That's
aren't.
true. Mix and match them.
Mm-hmm. You could have all 3 if you wanted.
All the packs.
Hey, all right,
Well,
guys. All right, you're getting a little
thinking.
wild in here.
Oh, I lost it. One with the
You wouldn't
shadows
see nothing
sounds like
yet.
a cool one too.
I think they improved that one too, because before you couldn't walk with that. You had to stand like still and you get the
Oh.
invisibility. And now it's just as long as you're in dim light or darkness, you cast invisibility on yourself without expending a spell slot. Before is like if you're in dimness, you can go invisible, but you cannot move. So I always was like, I like moving.
And technically with this, you don't have to stay in
Yeah.
dim light or darkness. So it's just giving you
Well,
the
it says
spell
while you're in
invisibility.
an area.
While you're in an area, you can cast invisibility. And then it lasts for an hour.
Oh, I guess that's
how long
true.
invisibility lasts. So
Yeah, that's true.
unless you do something to break it early.
Invisibility.
Yeah.
You step into the shadow, disappear, and then you can go wherever.
That would be cool. That's a fun magic trick.
It's fun.
All right, and then I think you just have a few spells, and then we can wrap up your warlock. You get
Don't
a
I have
new...
to pick another feat that we have to go look for too?
Oh yeah, we'll have to do that in the character thing. You get another cantrip.
I feel like there was one that I was looking at before that I thought looked like a good one, but I do not remember what. Oh, let's do prestidigitation.
Well, you already have that with your gnome.
Oh, never mind. Why doesn't it do it here? That's confusing.
I'm sorry, but you do already have that. Are you sure?
Apology accepted.
It is. I've always preferred picking spells on the character sheet than in the character builder. It's just easier somehow in my mind.
That makes sense. You know what? Let's do Toll the Dead. We'll throw some stay in there.
Goes
Ding
and changes my
dong.
character sheet real
And
quick.
then you got 2 more spells. Do you want any 2nd level spells? Oh wait, you have Scorching Ray. Did you want another, or do you want to just go straight to 3rd?
Third level.
What the heck is Shadow Puppets?
Oh, wait, what? Is that in 3rd?
No, it's in 2nd.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did I just not see? Ah,
You can just select 2nd level spells.
I
instead of
did
going through
have
all of
it.
them.
Well, I did have it
There's-
selected, but I thought she had it low. I don't
It's
see
got
it.
a purple eyeball.
That's Shadow Blade.
It's underneath Shadow Blade on
I see
mine.
Spider Climb right underneath Shadow.
Oh, on
Is it a
mine it has
homebrew?
Shadow Puppets in between. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Maybe. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
You probably didn't turn off the
Sources.
sources. I have everything turned off over here.
Oh. I don't think I did that.
Ew, yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably where that's coming in. I was like, I don't understand.
Turn everything off.
Okay, now it's all off.
All right, so now you shouldn't see any shadow puppets.
So wait, can I take a 3rd level
Yeah, you could take
spell?
you could take 2 if you wanted.
Well, I want to take Counter Spell.
Okay. Even though they
Um,
did nerf it, basically.
Oh my
What?
goodness gracious.
I'm salty
Yeah.
about it.
I was staring it down like, is it just me? I feel the kind of way about this.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
now
I feel-
now not only can they just make a con save,
It's
it
a
also
Ooh,
doesn't.
Wait. I changed my mind. Get rid of Counter Spell, Fireball.
Well, you already have Fireball with your warlock.
Why are these things
Fireball.
that are happening?
Vampiric Touch is also a good one. Thunderstep is also a good one.
Thunderstep is great.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do Thunderstep.
All right, and then there's Vampiric Touch. If you wanted to still be on the
Let's
stand.
do Hold Person, 2nd level.
That's another good
Sounds
one.
good. Hold person. There you go. All right, and then we did abilities. We can go over to equipment. We'll give you the starter packs. And you like dice. I'll just throw dice on there for you. You don't want to put on your armor because you got
Mage
your
armor.
Mage armor. So I'll just equip a sickle.
I love that I just have 4 daggers.
I
Just
know
hanging out.
they're very dagger happy when it comes to the equipment that you get. There's so many
And
times
a
where I
sickle.
get all those daggers.
Look, daggers can be incredibly useful.
I mean,
Can
you're not
be.
wrong.
Can be.
And then let's go over to feats because we need to get you that origin feat from earlier. Manage feats. All right. Is there a way that says origin feat?
Nope, but I did pull up a list of them if you would like that.
That sounds good.
So you can choose Alert, Crafter, Healer, Lucky, which you already have, Magic Initiate, Musician, Savage Attacker, Skilled, Tavern Brawler, or Tough.
There was like one towards the beginning of the list that you said that I thought sounded interesting, but I don't remember what it was now.
Okay. Alert, crafter, healer.
Crafter. What's
Lucky.
crafter?
Gain proficiency
Crafter.
with 3 different sets of artisan's tool. Get a 20% discount on non-magical items. And you can craft an item from the fast crafting table, which lasts until you finish another long rest.
That fits well with the rock gnome, though. Actually,
Yeah,
love
I
that.
like that
does.
one.
All right, you're a crafter.
Also,
Crafty.
just as a note, if you scroll to the top and click on settings, it gives you the option to turn off the prereqs in the menu, in the list of feats.
Oh, whoops! I clicked the wrong thing.
Right where you were, yeah.
Back to the list of feats.
Yeah, manage.
Gotta scroll down.
Oh,
yeah, you
I
can
see.
turn off the prereqs.
Yeah,
and then
so
The annoying bug. Apparently,
Just
wait,
so
there's more
everyone knows.
choices. Oh, you have to choose your artisan tools.
So
You
let's
get to choose
do
3 of 'em.
Mason's tools because that makes sense. Being a rock gnome. And then let's do the Tinker's tools and
Glassblower
Weaver's
works
tools.
within. Oh, okay. Weavers. All right. So there you go.
wonderful.
Wonderful.
There's so much less proficiencies for a warlock
Yeah.
versus a rogue. You got 4.
4 is better than none.
That is
I mean,
very
it
true.
is, but it's just a funny contrast to go from making a rogue to a warlock.
Yeah.
All right. Then we are on to Josh.
I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick and I'll be right back.
Sounds good. All right, I need to switch up this song. It's gonna put me asleep.
Can't fall asleep on the job.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Never do that at work.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with barbarian.
Ooh.
Nice. Core barbarian strengths. Traits. That's what it says.
Strength, yeah. That one.
Barbarians of strengths. It just is.
Everything is just do
Okay,
it.
but you're not wrong though. Some of the new features, but we'll get to that. We'll go with athletics and perception for our
Athletics.
proficiencies.
Perception. All right, and
see
then
things.
rage and unarmored defense are, I think, basically unchanged.
Rage is a little bit different, because you don't lose your rage in the same way.
Oh, that's right.
You have advantage on strength checks, strength saves. That's pretty much the same, but the duration, it ends early if you don heavy armor or have the incapacitated condition. You can use a bonus action to extend your rage, which is like the main addition.
Like during our battle royale where you guys were hitting each other just to keep your rage going.
Shut the face.
All right, what weapon masteries are you thinking?
We'll go with great axe,
Great axe with cleave.
Ooh.
and we'll go with great sword with graze.
A very great set.
Actually, no,
sharp,
we
too.
want to have something ranged. We're gonna switch out. We're gonna put in a heavy crossbow. Switch out great sword.
Heavy crossbow. Oh, it's got the push. You got
Yeah.
the
So
push.
if you hit a creature with a heavy crossbow, you can push the creature up to 10 feet straight away from yourself if it is large or smaller. And then for great axe with the cleave weapon mastery, if you hit a creature with a melee attack roll using a great axe, you can make a melee attack roll with the great axe against a second creature within 5 feet of the first that is also within your reach. On a hit, the second creature takes the great axe's damage, but don't add your ability modifier to that damage unless the modifier is negative. You can make this extra attack only once per turn.
I think if your modifier is negative, you should probably put down the great axe.
What are you doing? Yeah.
You're raging. That's what you're doing. You're not thinking straight.
Yeah.
Just grab the nearest weapon. It's just like, I can't use this.
I guess
The
I can
nearest
see it.
animate or inanimate object and use it.
Well, I guess if you were going against like an enemy and they had some kind of spell that lowered your stats somehow, like a temporary lower or something like that,
Mhm.
then
Ray of enfeeblement kind of deal.
yeah. Well, I'm
Mm,
thinking
yeah.
so in the very first like Souls game, Demon Souls, the end boss, he actually just took away levels from your character with a grab. So you can go in there and be like, I'm strong enough to use this weapon, and in mid-fight, I am doing 1 damage because I'm not strong enough for this now.
I'm just not strong enough.
Oh, Dark Souls. What do you do?
What are you doing?
Danger Sense, I believe, was also a thing before. Or was
Danger
it...
Sense was a thing, but they upgraded it. You get advantage on all dex saves as long as you're not
Oh.
incapacitated. Before it said dexterity saves against things you can see.
You can see.
Oh, so now it's just I
Now it's
Nah.
just
That
across
was just
the
Spidey
board.
sense.
Yeah.
and reckless
Um,
attack is
Reckless
the same.
is also very slightly different because it is you have advantage on attack rolls until the start of your next turn, which means if you use your reaction,
Oh, okay.
you will still be attacking recklessly, whereas before it was only on your turn. So now it's
Okay.
the whole round until the start of your next turn. Slight change, but very nice, in my opinion.
Fun. All right, you get Primal Knowledge, which was a Cauldron of Everything add-on, I believe, like an optional class feature before. And your subclass. What subclass are you thinking?
We'll go with Berserker.
Nice.
And your Primal Knowledge.
We'll say Survival.
Ooh.
All right, and Berserker, you get Frenzy.
And they did change up Frenzy as well. Instead of getting an extra attack, now you just deal extra damage to the first target you hit on your turn with a strength base attack. To determine the extra damage, roll a number of d6 equal to your rage damage bonus and
Oh.
add them together. The damage has the
Huh.
same type as the weapon or unarmed strike used for the attack.
So that
which
can get very strong later on.
can, but I actually don't really like it because I like just having more attacks.
Yeah. No, I get what you're
It's
saying.
nice to have more things to do.
It is.
Yeah.
They took away one of your attacks. Like, yeah, you added the damage onto something else, but it's like,
Not only that, but it doesn't, I mean, besides going into your rage, it doesn't seem like they gave you a bonus action because you're only going to rage ideally
Right.
once in a fight. So
Right.
the rest of the
You're
time, it's
not
like,
gonna
what
be
am I doing
using-
with this bonus action? Unless I'm
Right.
using dual swords, but why would you as a barbarian?
right, why would you be using light weapons as a barbarian? You're not making use of
Yeah.
your strength.
So,
So,
we can
Yeah.
go. Do you have your background thought out?
we'll do soldier.
Soldier boy.
Soldier boy.
Yeah.
And that gives us intimidation, which is great to have. And we'll also say, we'll say acrobatics, just in case we gotta dodge something.
Do you have a gaming set you feel called to?
Dice.
Always.
And you get
The dice,
Savage
oh.
Attacker right off the bat?
Yeah, so that's the origin feat. You've trained to deal particularly damaging strikes once per turn. When you hit a target with a weapon, you can roll the weapon's damage twice and use either roll against the target.
I love
good.
barbarians.
No,
I was
yeah,
thinking I've
probably
looked at
just roll
taking
the
for
same
someone
thing
before,
twice.
so I probably wouldn't have taken it myself. But I like that it comes with something.
All
Sounds
right.
cool.
And do you want to do the 2-1 or the 1-1-1?
For strength, dex, and constitution, we need all of them, so we'll go 1-1-1.
Sounds good. And spaces.
Huh?
Goliath.
I heard
Oh,
spices.
species. I heard
Spices?
I heard spices.
Are we spicing things up?
I was getting spicy.
Just add
What
a
is your
dash.
spice of choice?
Came back at the right time again. We love barbarians.
So we're gonna go with Goliath. We're gonna go big. Go big or go home.
And you get 35 feet of speed.
Indeed. And we get some
All that
ancestry.
rhyming.
We're gonna go with the
yes.
Cloud Giant because Cloud Giant is a bonus action. One, I get a bonus action, and you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. And oftentimes for barbarians, the hardest part is just staying in range of the thing you're trying to hit.
Yeah.
So having something where you can teleport is so useful.
Also, if you like think about it from like a enemy perspective, especially if it's a smaller enemy, you're just like over there shooting at somebody from a distance. On one turn, this giant Goliath just teleports in front of you and then starts hacking away at you. That would be terrifying.
Now that's intimidating.
You have advantage on ability checks to end the grapple condition. Nice. And then what languages?
Incapacity. And a new thing though is the large form. Starting at character level 5, you can change your size to large as a bonus action if you're in a big enough space. This transformation lasts for 10 minutes or until you end it. No action required. For the duration, you have advantage on strength checks. Your speed increases by 10 feet, and you can use that once per long rest.
It's kind of that's similar to the one subclass that Kassie did during the one shot, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You go
I don't
big
remember
form,
which one, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like giant subclass.
I can look. I can look where I got it from.
Sounds good. All
For
right.
languages, we'll go with giant. Good to know. And we'll also go with common sign language.
Woman
Yay.
sign
When
language.
we need to be quiet.
All right, and then how do you want to do your ability points?
We'll do point by,
Sounds good.
and we will put everything into strength, dex, and con, and leave the mental stats where they are.
All right.
So starting off with 16s for all the physical stuff is pretty great.
17s because the +1.
Yeah, plus your whatever other bonuses.
So you.
And that 8 minus 1, I love it.
Oh wait, no, it's not 17. It is 16. So I don't know why I was thinking 17. Yeah,
So
yeah.
Joan's Stonecutter's thing was Giant Smite. I don't remember if that was the same thing as what Josh just took, but it was actually from her fighting class.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, and then so at 4th you get a weapon mastery, another one.
Yeah, another one. Since we have a 3rd, we'll go with. Oh, you know what I like actually? I like the topple. Let's get a battle axe.
Ooh.
So that we can knock someone prone.
Battle axe. Oh, okay, it's at the very top. I'm over here trying to go up. So they make a con save.
I don't know why it's a con save. It seems like an odd
I feel like they
choice.
just started adding con saves. They were like, we never really have one
We don't
unless
do
you're
enough of these."
concentrating, because that's what they
You
used
get a
for
con
it.
save. You get a con save.
That's what they
Every year.
used for the counter spell too. They're like, con save, con save.
It would make a lot more sense for it to be a strength save, as I'm trying to
There's
push
a
you
spice
over.
missing. We need
Yeah.
the spice missing. We need some con save.
But oh well.
And then
So yeah, now we can knock people over, and then fun times.
have a-
For the feat, we'll go with Great Weapon Master.
Great weapon master.
Increases strength score by 1. Heavy Weapon Mastery. When you hit a creature with a weapon that has the heavy property as part of the attack action on your turn, you can cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target. The extra damage equals your proficiency bonus. And then Hue. Immediately after you score a crit or reduce a creature to 0 HP, you can make one attack with the same weapon as a bonus action. We like having more things we can do.
Yes.
Yay, things.
And then you get extra attack and fast movement for 5. We
And
did
those
get to here earlier, so do we want to go farther?
Yep.
All right. Let's see what you got at 6. mindless scream.
Oh my goodness.
That's pretty fitting for your character particularly.
There's nothing going on up here.
Immune to
Yeah,
charmed
immunity
and
to
frightened.
charmed and frightened conditions. And then at level 7, you get feral instincts. You have advantage on initiative. That's about the same. I don't know if that's the level you got it at before.
Yeah.
But that bit is the same. But the instinctive pounce is new. So part of your bonus action, when you enter your rage, you can move up to half your speed. I do like that because, again,
getting a range.
The flaw of the barbarian is often just getting to the creature that you're trying to attack.
All right, and then 8 we know is going to be the ability score improvement, so I also bumped it up to 9. Do you have an idea for this one?
Yeah, let's get Sentinel.
Nice.
Sentinel.
So with Sentinel, we'll increase the strength score, so that's now up to a +4 instead of the +3 it was. And then immediately after a creature within 5 feet of you takes a disengage action or hits a target other than you with an attack, you can make an opportunity attack against that creature. So it gives me extra thing I can do with my reaction. And then when you hit a creature with the opportunity attack, they ain't going nowhere because, again, we want to keep our people close to us so we can whack them. And then the level 9
enemies
Brutal
closer.
Strike. This is new. The Forceful Blow or the Hamstring Blow. When you use Reckless, you can forego the advantage and do one of these instead.
An extra d10 of damage.
Yeah, that does an extra d10. And then you can cause 1 Brutal Strike effect of your choice. Either push the target 15 feet away from you, and then you can move up to half your speed towards the target without provoking opportunity attacks. I like that because it is a way to be a little bit more creative, especially with like the environment. So like you can literally just push someone into lava or off a cliff or something. Or you can push someone away from, one of your allies, which could be very useful to protect the squishy ones.
It makes me think a lot of Gloomhaven. That's kind of a forced thing you have to do for some things. Like you have to push someone into a trap to activate it because for some reason you can't just go over to the trap and deactivate it yourself. But you sure can push people into traps.
Oh, Gloomhaven.
Or you can reduce the target speed, which, again, same effect. We got to keep them close.
All right, and you get another weapon mastery at 10. You're just going to be master of all the weapons.
Yeah, we gotta be able to do all
Avatar of the weapons.
We'll go ahead and get the great sword from before since we didn't get it then.
All right, and you get the graze.
If your attack roll with the great sword misses a creature, you can deal damage to that creature equal to the ability modifier used to make the roll. This damage is the same type dealt by the great sword, and the damage can be increased only by increasing the ability modifier. So even if you miss, you will do a slight amount of grazing damage. Retaliation, I believe, is the same. I don't think that's changed.
When you take damage within 5 feet, you can use a reaction to whack them.
Yeah, I don't think that's different. And then at level 11, we have our Relentless Rage. Your rage can keep you fighting despite grievous wounds. If you drop to 0 and don't die outright while raging, make a con save. That part is the same, but if you succeed, your hit points instead change to a number equal to twice your barbarian level. So before you just went up to 1 hit point, and now it's a number equal to twice your barbarian level. And you're starting at level 11, so that would be 22 hit points instead of 1. Which is pretty well.
You can do that multiple times, but the DC just gets harder.
Increases by 5, yeah. So, incentive to max out the con.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'll do 12 and 13 together because we're going to get the ability score improvement.
Yeah, 13 just gives you the improved brutal strike, gives you a couple extra things. The staggering blow, target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes, which could be very useful, especially if you coordinate that with a party member. And then the sundering blow, the next attack roll made by another creature against the target gains a +5, which is also pretty nice. And could also be very well coordinated. Like if you got the rogue going right after you, for example.
I was also thinking, because there's the one feat that gives like archers or something like that, you can do a -10 to the thing. So if you had that,
Sharpshooter.
yeah. So if you had a sharpshooter going right after you, or they
So,
change how that works.
I don't know if they changed sharpshooter though, because Great Weapon Master was the same thing, where you could subtract 5 from your to hit modifier and add 10 to the damage, and they changed that for this. So I don't know if sharpshooter also changed. Although I
might have
guess I can
nerfed.
look because that's on the list of feats that are right here. They did. You don't get the +10 anymore.
Sharpshooter, what has become of you?
That's disappointing.
All right. So for a
I'm
feat,
not getting sharpshooter for this guy though.
do you want magic initiate?
Actually, we're gonna go with ability score improvement so that
Alright.
we can boost our constitution by an entire modifier.
So 2.
Yep.
Alright.
So now strength is 18 and con is also 18.
Nice. 14. 14 gets you intimidating presence,
Which
Oh,
is
a bonus
also
action.
a little bit different. As a bonus action, you can strike terror into others with your menacing presence and primal power. When you do so, each creature of your choice in a 30-foot emanation. Emanation is a term that that is new, but it is what it sounds like. Originating from you must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, creature has the frightened condition for 1 minute. Before, you could only do that against one creature, and now it's all creatures of your choice within 30 feet.
Yes.
Oh.
Which, if
That's
you
pretty
also boosted yourself up with that, that increases the rage.
Right.
With your Goliath.
And then you can use that. It's once per long rest, or you can expend the use of rage to restore your use of it, which
And
you
it's
couldn't do
no
before.
action required.
Yeah. Level 15, you get persistent rage. When you roll initiative, you regain all expended uses of rage. That's really nice. That's new. You can only do that once per long rest, but still. That's still like 50 minutes worth of raging. Because your rage now lasts for 10 minutes instead of 1, without you needing to do anything to extend it from round to round. Your rage ends early if you have the unconscious condition, not just the incapacitated condition, or don heavy armor.
Because why
Which
not?
It's such a random thing in my mind.
Know, suddenly I feel like I need some heavy armor.
Yeah, I
Hey,
feel
Viola
called.
could use that.
In the middle of my rage, I'm like, I need to put on some plate armor.
In the middle of your rage, you
I'll
just
use
need a
like
better fit.
I'm gonna use
My
this
muscles
10
would
minutes
shine
to put
better.
on this armor.
My whole 10 minutes to put this armor on. That's
Alright.
why.
Just get cast off armor.
You have
We'll do ability score improvement to max out the strength. That's now at 20. And then at level 17, improved brutal strike. Your brutal strike increases to 2d10, and you can use 2 different effects instead of just 1 effect.
but if someone puts you on the
Nice.
armor on you, does that count? So if they like mage hand helmet on your
Like
character,
threw it on you.
Mage Hand can't lift heavy armor
Oh,
because
you're
it can only lift up to 10.
because he's also very tall, so it would be hard to because he can make himself bigger, so it's hard to find something that fits him.
That's true. Yeah, if you made yourself large, like good luck trying to find heavy armor that fits anywhere.
Specifically against this barbarian, you can have some difficulties.
At level 18, we get Indomitable Might. That, I think, is the same, although I don't know if the level changed. If your total for strength check or strength save is less than your strength score, you can use the score in place. So, in other words, I can't get less than a 20 on a strength check or save. Epic Boon at level 19. Oh, yeah, this one has the sub drop down. They just didn't format it for the other one.
They were like very excited about the epic boons. They weren't as excited for everything else.
We really want the epic boons. Like the other stuff, like whatever. We'll get to that later.
Alright.
We'll go with the combat prowess.
Combat prowess.
And we'll choose con for the ability score increase. So one ability score increases by 1 to a max of 30. When you miss with an attack roll, you can hit instead. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until the start of your next turn.
Such a long.
That's pretty sweet.
And then
so you can just keep on doing it. And then finally, at Primal Champion, your strength and con scores both increase by 4, and their max is now 25, which means total I have a strength of 24 and a constitution of 23, for a total of 265 hit points, an armor class of 19,
And then
and my
we'll just
for
and yeah, dice.
let's put the great axe in there. I have 4 hand axes. Wow.
Yeah, so many hand axes. You don't even have
Barbarians get all the hand axes. Everybody else gets all the daggers.
Yeah, easy day.
All right, let's.
Barbarian's just like, I want to ask you a question.
Oh, I forgot the. What gave you advantage on everything? I forget which one.
I was just wondering that too. I don't think there is something that gives me advantage on everything.
Advantage to end a grapple thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Advantage to end the grapple. Powerful build indeed.
Yeah, right?
All right. So this
That's a bug. That's a very funny bug. I'm glad I have advantage on insight checks to end the grapple condition.
it just got confused because he had advantage on initiative, he had advantage on dex, and he just
He
threw
must have
all of
obviously
them
meant
at you.
having
It's
advantage
giving
on
advantage
everything.
on
You gotta make a
everything.
really good perception check to get out of that grapple.
I can clearly see how I can get out of this grapple.
I perceive exactly where I need to elbow you in order to get out of this grapple. It's just tactics.
I have advantage on religion checks to get out
That
of
one I don't know how you're explaining.
Look, you're halfway there, so you're just living on a prayer.
In this grapple, I found God.
That is bizarre.
But I have a
Grappling
-1 though to that, so you know.
But advantage.
Yeah, so they're still working on the bugs, guys.
Also, because of Indomitable, my total for a strength check or strength save cannot be lower than 24 now.
Yeah.
Ah!
So I have advantage to get out of that grapple, and I can't get lower than a 24.
Jeez.
Yeah, and you got +13 to saves as is.
Yeah.
So
It's disgusting.
It's pretty nice, and then
That is
walking speed of
disgusting.
45.
all right, yeah.
Oh, that
Plus you could
sounds so-
teleport with the cloud.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's on the cloud.
And
Oh,
now I'm
cloud.
picturing
He
a
uploads the
giant on
cloud.
like the Nimbus from Dragon Ball Z. You just kind of fly over.
Yeah.
And that's
You
how
guys
you
on
build a
flying
level
Nimbus.
20 barbarian in the new player's handbook in 30 minutes.
Holy cannoli.
Cheats. Hacks. I
We're
wasn't
gonna do it
listening.
again,
You
Josh.
do it again?
You do it again.
Oh yeah.
One more
we'll just
time
take-
from the top.
We'll just
You wanna
take
see
the
me do it
next 30
again?
minutes to do the exact same thing over.
You're gonna have to rewatch the VOD.
All right. Brenna, you are up. Were you still feeling wizard?
Woo! I am still feeling wizard.
Let's see what you came
Alrighty.
up with your extended
You're-
time.
You're
I
a
did
wizard,
not come up with
Brenna.
any
You
much-
had an additional hour.
Yeah, wizard.
Yeah, but then I got caught up in the story of the barbarian.
The story. Amazon already has the rights.
yeah. Dagnab.
All right. So you get core wizard. You get 2 proficiencies.
Let's go with Arcana and Insight.
Okie dokie.
Nice.
So you got your spell casting. You have ritual adept now. That one's
Cast any spell as a ritual. If that spell has a ritual tag and the spell's in your spell
never
book,
mind,
you
that
need
one's
to
not
have
new.
the spell prepared. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
yeah.
that's normal.
Arcane recover, I believe, is basically the same as well.
You can regain some of your magical energy, setting your spell book, finish a short rest, you can choose expended spells. Yeah, that sounds familiar too.
All right. What spells would you like?
Oh, good gracious. Okay.
Gracious.
So
Gracious.
oh gosh, I don't know which ones I get from. So I was initially looking at level 3, so I was just like, well, we're gonna get there eventually, maybe. So spells.
For the cantrips, because I think I get
3.
like 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I pick. Let's go with Mage Hand.
Mind.
Uh-huh. Mind Sliver
Oh.
and Sword Burst.
Mm.
Sword burst. There it is. What is?
Yes.
Wait a minute. I'm curious because I have the legacy from Mind
They're
Sliver,
literally
and I
the
can't
same
really.
as the first sentence, and I wasn't sure what the difference was.
You
Maybe
ch-
someone sees what I don't
You
see.
try to temporarily sliver the mind
Sliver.
of one creature you see within range, versus you drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy to the mind of one creature you see within range.
And then it's the same. Did they mean to change something?
Oh, wait a minute. There's a set attack save. If you look at the new one, the attack save is intelligence 10.
That's because it's
That's
already
based on me.
taking.
Oh,
Yeah. it's already
okay. No,
taking
mind. Yeah, that's right.
the average.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Is
was
that
like,
the
wait
only
a minute.
change? Is that they've recoded it to actually read
No,
your intelligence save?
I
or-
think it would go back up. Yeah, so there's two main differences there. The one is simply the fact that they slightly changed the description, right? But also, before it was a spell that's in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and now they are adding it to the player's handbook. So if you don't use expanded rules, you will still have this spell because now it's just in the
I
player's
see.
handbook.
So that's the difference.
So okay, so it's literally just that
It's-
they've added it, and thus
they
they have.
canonized it to the original
not-
set.
It's not a.
It's
not
been
an
brought into the
additional
fold.
thing.
There's no difference in what its actual ability.
It's not a mechanic difference now.
Got
Okay.
it. Cool.
That makes sense because
Yeah.
I remember looking at that before, and I was like, "Huh." All right, now
Yeah,
you do
I
still
looked very closely at it.
as a wizard start with 6 level 1 spells.
Yes.
And-
So. Where did my spells go? Spellbook. So 6 level 1 spells?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Because you're a
Okay.
level 1 character.
Excellent. That's right. We didn't level it up yet, and I didn't pick that properly. That's okay. This is why you don't jump ahead. So, we're starting with the first 3. Cause Fear,
Okay.
Expeditious Retreat. Let's go back to level 1s.
Okay.
And Unseen Servant.
Of course.
I think we're also going to take Shield. Let's take what's a fun one? Let's take Charm Person. And let's take
Why do I have distort value showing twice? Oh no,
Legacy
never mind.
version?
One's disguise
Oh.
self and one's distort value.
Whoops.
Alright.
Let's take Identify.
Identify. Alright, so I do think we should do your ability scores right next because that impacts the amount that you can actually prepare.
Does it?
As long,
What's
yeah,
it based on?
'cause
Mhm.
the amount you can prepare is your level plus your intelligence modifier. Right now, you don't have an
Oh.
intelligence modifier, so it looks like you can only pick one spell. Have it prepared in your book.
That's
So I think
okay.
we should, but as long as you're okay with it, we could jump to the background species and abilities just so you can have a proper modifier for that.
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Um,
so background.
Interesting. I wonder if they anticipated that or if that was just, oh well, that's just what happened. Let's go with the sage background.
Okie
Ooh, we are
dokie.
spicing things up.
History.
Yes. I'm going to take the additional one, right?
Yes.
The additional is going to be deception. I have a character concept in mind.
Is it Cynthia?
It's funny. It almost was Cynthia. I almost switched it to do Cynthia.
Okay. And then you start
So,
off with the magic
Cynthia, but different.
initiate. So you
Yes.
get additional cantrips. We'll choose
Yes.
intelligence because it makes
Yes.
sense.
That does make sense.
All right.
The 2 additional cantrips, we're going to add Blade Ward.
and firebolt.
Okay. And then you get another spell.
Oh, I took this spell already. I was going to pick shield, but I took it for my other ones. So let's change that level 1 to...
Do you have mage armor? Or do you want mage armor?
Yeah, let's do mage armor.
All right. And then how do you want these ability score things to do?
We're going to do the +2 and +1.
Okay. And for this, you get Constitution, Intelligence, and Wisdom as your options.
Yes, let's do Constitution for the +1.
Solid choice.
And let's do our Intelligence for the +2.
Sure you don't want to do Wisdom?
You know, I might need that Wisdom, but I'm very concerned about being a very squishy wizard.
No, I was just joking with that. What species are you thinking?
I was thinking an elf.
Elf.
Classic, we like it.
We do like our classic elves.
Very classy, very mindful.
Very demure. Very demutey.
Demutey.
You get your speed is 30. You get actually several different. So you got an elven lineage. So
Yes.
drow, high elf, or wood elf.
We're gonna go with high elf.
Okay. You're gonna
I
get
get to know prestidigitation as well.
yeah.
And I can
Yeah,
replace
so you
that.
get prestidigitation, and then detect magic at 3rd, and
At
misty
3rd
step
level.
in 5th. We love
I look
high
forward to
elves.
Misty Step.
Yes.
Yes, we're very proper.
All right, and then you get elven lineage.
Yes.
Oh wait. So
And
what
that's
does
gonna be
this do?
intelligence.
Okay.
So you choose.
Oh, duh, you get another spell. I guess yes.
Yeah, it's more spells.
All right. Wait, how?
So high up intelligence, and this one, I had one originally picked, but we're doing this a little differently. That's okay. Let's do. No, let's just go with what I had. We're gonna pick Toll the Dead.
Toll of the Dead. Okie dokie.
I know it's not as spicy as our incredible barbarian.
You
but
still have advantage on being charmed. You have keen senses, so you get an either perception or survival.
we're gonna go with perception.
Okie dokie. They did make changes to trance.
So you
So
don't
you-
need to sleep, and magic can't put you to sleep. You can finish a long rest in 4 hours if you spend those hours in a trance-like meditation during which you
Ooh.
retain consciousness.
Yeah, before they actually they increment they started doing changes to the trance when they added the 5 other elf categories because there's so many elf variations with the spin-off books. But this one now it just defines the long rest in the 4 hours instead of saying 4 hours is the amount you need for sleep.
Yeah, that's
That's a pretty significant
good to
change.
clarify.
It is-
Yeah, and that's powerful.
nice.
That's 4 hours. So it's
I
just
was-
4 hours in the trance, and then while everyone else is sleeping for another 4 hours.
Yeah. I was
You're good to go.
surprised that they didn't add for some of the other spin-off races after you do your trance you also get a proficiency in a artisan tool or weapon and you have that for the duration. I'm surprised they didn't throw that in there since they were doing it for all the other elf spin-offs, but it's still
Did they?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
All right,
Oh,
what
yeah.
languages?
We're going to take Elvish and Draconic.
Draconic. All right. So now, oh wait, we still have to do your abilities. Do you want to roll point by or standard?
Do you want to roll them?
Sounds good. Roll them on up. So you're starting out
Beautiful.
strong. Okay, that was
Okay.
good. Big
Better.
money, big money.
These are tolerable.
Ooh.
Less tolerable.
Hey.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
This is actually
All
pretty.
right,
worse.
all right. Now, I'm already getting bonuses to my intelligence.
You're getting +2 intelligence and 1
in
constitution.
Constitution.
Mhm.
So let's give Well, I guess if I do the 16 intelligence, then it's just straight up to an 18, which is pretty nice.
Mhm.
Sounds.
I was gonna try to mix and match it because I'd
Yeah.
get those bonuses, but let's see what this looks like. So intelligence will do the 16, and we'll give the wisdom the 15.
You're giving wisdom the 15?
Yeah, isn't that the other one that wizards are good with generally?
They
So
don't
I
need
think
wisdom.
that I think you have it. You might have it for like saves. Wait,
Yeah,
we
something
can
like that.
check. We
We
have
can
the
see these
ability.
things.
So for
Yeah,
saves,
saving.
Saving
you have a
is
saving
intelligence
throw
and
proficiency in
wisdom.
But I do have
But you don't actually need wisdom.
Yeah, there's not any-
in general.
yeah, there's not any part
Um,
of your build that really benefits from having wisdom.
I think I took something before, right? Like I
We
have
took a proficiency, a
yeah.
wisdom proficiency.
yeah, with
was
like
it
insight I think I
perception?
took.
Insight?
Insight and
Insight.
perception I took. And I don't get any bonuses to those. We'll see what it looks like. We'll see if we want to switch it around. Let's do
Alright.
we'll do the wisdom.
It's your character.
He's a kind of way. We'll do we'll give the my rolls are so bad. Charisma 13.
Okay. Choices are being made.
Indeed.
It's just like charisma, not con.
He's super charismatic.
Josh just dying inside.
I'm not here to min-max. I mean, I'm here to min-max.
Are you here to live?
No.
Wait,
No.
Yeah, your mage armor so far isn't gonna be. It's not mage armor.
What does the major armor get
It's
added to?
13 plus your dexterity modifier,
wait,
which
she
right
said
now
13,
is not gonna be anything.
Oh,
but she said the 13 for the
see.
charisma, didn't she? Not the con. You said it correct,
Oh,
Roman.
sorry, yeah.
He did that because he thought I needed it.
Well, I mean, that's how I did what I
yeah,
would have done.
Yeah.
I guess
I would have done.
don't
I
know,
would
guys.
personally. I would do
Whatever.
It's your
15
character.
for your dex and then con for your 13. But it is your character, so you're at the helm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not
So
like
do
we
what you
play
want.
this character. It
Yeah,
doesn't
we're
matter.
not playing
It
this
makes
character.
me sad that I can't roll dice well. Let's
Well, I mean,
do...
it's a very functional set, technically, for a wizard. You just are very
Technically,
min-max.
you didn't roll the dice. The computer did. So blame technology.
Okay. So intelligence 16. Fine. We'll do so which one then for the mage armor bonus?
So
We
you
want that
can
to at
either-
least be the 13, right?
You probably don't want a negative modifier working against your
Right.
mage armor.
Right.
Wait, so you want that to be
So,
the
like,
11?
we'll
Or are
make it
you
the 13.
switching? Okay, so you want this
Yeah.
to be dex.
Yeah, I'll do that one. And then we'll do the 11 for the I hate that so much. I guess 11 constitution. Oh, he's a little weenie boy. What do I have left?
You have
strength and
charisma
dex?
and strength.
I mean, and charisma. Let's do the charisma 8 and the strength 7.
All right.
But what
And
was that
ne'er
about
shall this
strength as a
character
jump
be in
spot?
combat up close.
All right. Apply. You good with this?
No, but do it anyway, I guess. I don't love it. I'd probably think about it and switch it around again at some point.
All right.
Clara's
And
gonna get the
now-
attacks ready.
Now we can come back here and we can properly prepare your spells.
Oh, goodness.
Because you can have.
a change in preparing spells as a wizard. Wizards used to have the thing where you can prepare a number of spells that's like 1 plus your, or no, it's your wizard level plus your intelligence modifier. It is no longer that way.
Is it just
Well,
two?
it's
like,
such a 5.
So prepared spells, there's a table now. It's at
Ah.
level 1 you have 4 prepared spells. At level 2 it's 5, 6, 7, 9.
Then why did
10.
it switch?
where's this table?
In the handbook? I don't know where it
In the
is on the builder, but but I can drop a screenshot into our chat so you can see what I'm looking at in the Player's Handbook 2024.
So I can see it, but then why would they let us prepare 5?
That I can't answer.
We got, my friends. It's called a glitch in the Matrix.
Yay, more glitches.
Just
I
like all
see-
that advantage.
I see 3
The book
prepared
contains
slots.
level 1 spell. Oh, wait.
Oh, well, that's because I'm at level 3. Go back to level 1. No, I'm scared. Okay, it's fine.
Huh.
Yeah, so if you read where it talks about preparing spells now as well, it just says you prepare the list of level 1 plus spells that are available to you for you to cast with this feature. To do so, choose 4 spells from your spellbook. The chosen spells must be a level at which you have spell slots. The number of spells on your list increases as you gain wizard levels, as shown in the prepared spells column of the wizard features table.
Yeah, it just
As
looks like it
opposed
starts going
to
up one at a
Intelligence modifier
time,
plus your wisdom level.
primarily.
So,
Well, I don't know. They haven't fixed it in their own system.
yeah,
Dag.
they're probably still working on that.
Yeah.
All right,
Because that's a
well,
major change to disconnect that from an
Prepared
ability
spells
score.
4.
yeah, I guess technically you can only do 4.
So 4 total prepared spells. But
yes. But
that's not how many that you have in
you
your
have 6
spell
in your
book? That's
spell
still
book
different,
right
right?
now. Yeah, you have 6 in your spell book right now. You have 2 that are rituals, technically, so you don't really need to prepare them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just preparing some spells. We're gonna have our cause fear prepared totally, and our charm person prepared,
And you have
and
expeditious and shield are the other ones that are not rituals.
Oh, you didn't even take mage armor.
Well, she took mage
took that from
armor
something
in
else.
something else,
Background feat, I
That's
think.
which now it's
Ah.
looking like a very good choice because you don't need to fill it in.
listen, this character is definitely a stick to the back of the fight character,
But then you gave them
Um,
blade, booming blade.
just in case someone gets close. And what's fun about booming blade is, and I keep looking at it, or blade, whatever it's called, is that it's all creatures. It's not like, oh, your enemies or like you choose a number. It's just any creatures in that area. So I think it also speaks to the character.
Also
that it's
talks-
just like,
Also impacts
Doesn't
your
matter.
friends.
yes. So it's just like, stay away.
All right, so
Sword
what
burst,
else
that's
are
what
we
it's
preparing?
let's prepare that shield just in case.
All right, and you have one more, unless you want your expeditious
Oh,
retreat.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4.
expeditious retreat.
Then you got those, and we can go up higher. So level 2, you get scholar,
Ooh.
so you get a expertise.
Mm.
Choose skill expertise.
I don't know why they have deception on here because it's not even listed in the ones that you can do. So I think that's another glitch.
They don't seem to take away repeats.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
You think of expertise in something you're already proficient in from this list that they give you. They just didn't take out another skill you have proficiency in.
Or like
Yeah.
the insight, they have that in there, and
Yeah.
perception. So you really only have 2 options. You have Arcana or
did I already
History.
have Arcana? I thought
So
I
this
already
is
had
an
Arcana.
expertise. So this is what
Oh.
you doubles your proficiency and adds your
Mhm.
modifier.
Arcana for sure.
All right. And then you get one more, or you get to add 2 spells to your books. They didn't change that, right?
I don't think so. I think it's the same.
We could probably pick the. Well, did we move to? Oh, we're still on level 2. That's why.
Yeah.
Actually, you
I was
get
less concerned
you
about the
have
spells.
5 prepared spells at level 2, up from 4. So
I
you
wanted to
one.
get to the.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to get to the subclass.
You get, but when you're adding to your book, you add 2 at a time still.
I think that's what it said.
Whenever you gain a wizard level after 1, add 2 wizard spells of your
Cool.
choice to your spell.
So you get 2 more level 1.
Sweet. Let's take Featherfall. And let's take Let's take Witch Bolt.
All right. Now you're
A
only
lot
going to
of
be able to
concentration spell.
prepare one of those, unless you want to take out something that you already prepared.
Nah, let's just prepare Featherfall.
Okie dokie.
Oh, actually, that's letting you prepare an additional one.
Yeah, that's because it's using the intelligence modifier still. It's still using old wizard logic. Because it says we
Old
can have up
wizard
to 6.
Old
mixing.
wizard logic.
All right,
Okay.
and
Let's
just need to
now
get
you
with the
get
new
your
stuff.
subclass.
Yay! This character. Oops, where are we? This character is going to be a diviner.
Okie dokie. So you go our divination savant.
Yes.
So you get to choose
Get
2
even
wizard
more
spells
Yes. Let's
from divination.
Take, let's take detect magic,
Okie doke.
and let's take mind spike.
Mind spike.
Yes. I like that attack.
And then you get your portent, which is the same as before.
We like rolling dice and seeing into the future.
All right, so now when you're selecting spells, do you do it on the level that you'd get this? Wait a minute. In addition, whenever you gain access to a new level of spell slots in this class, you add 1 wizard spell from divination to your spellbook for free.
So that's
So-
3 spells?
So it's saying every 2 levels because it's every spell slot, which you get every 2 levels. So every 2 levels, you get a free divination spell.
Okay. So,
So not
but
yet.
so she is getting a new level. This one, does that include this level as well? I'm wondering.
It's only when you get a
Okay.
new level in your spell slot.
Yeah.
And your
So
spell
when you
slots
go to
go-
3, you go up another spell slot.
I don't
You get
think
your
so.
second level spell slot at level 3. So you just went up a spell slot.
think
So that's
Yeah,
why
I get 2
I feel
level
like
2s
with
starting at
getting
level 3.
2 at that one that's covering that, and it would
Yeah.
be on the future is how I
Right.
read it. But
Yeah.
So
when
one.
you,
so
when you level up to 5.
yeah, that's when you would add your
Mhm.
bonus.
It,
So the
it would-
2 I get at level 2. The 2 second level spells are just the regular 2 that I get, not the additional
So right,
divination.
You don't get an additional one right now. You'll get
Cool.
it when you'll get it at level 5.
yeah, because you already got 2 right there,
Cool.
because that would cover your first level
Mhm.
when you gained your very first spell slot, and it would cover your 3rd level when you gain your second
Cool.
thing.
Awesome.
I think was the logic behind that, because it does get you caught up doing it.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
I didn't follow it all along on my sheet, so I'm not seeing my sweet level 2 spell slots.
But you
So I'm gonna look at you.
You still earn 2 more spells, though. Do you want them both to be of second?
Let me take a look at the. Let's scroll through second level and see what we got here. Crown of Madness. That's always fun. Let's do that.
Okie dokie.
Sounds like something you would
And
like.
for no reason whatsoever. um. Ooh, Misty Step is fun. Yes, let's do that. And it's a bonus action, I believe.
Correct.
And there are not enough of those.
Well, I think you're gonna get Misty Step
You're gonna get
organically.
that.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
of High Elf.
Yeah. High Elf, I believe
That's
the
right.
background gives you
Now,
that.
if you
right.
wanted to,
Alright.
you'll probably only be able to cast it once as a High Elf. It's usually like once per
Yes,
long
and then
rest.
But it says you could
Under
also
Elven
cast the
Lineage.
spell using spell slots. So, oh wait, yeah.
Oh, you can.
Oh wait,
sweet.
so Elven Lineage.
Under
Wait, let me
Elven
see.
Lineage,
Yeah, you can also
Yeah, I
class.
love that.
Yeah,
You
it
can
does
cast
say it
once without, and then
with the appropriate
yeah.
level. So you don't
Nice.
need to worry about that.
That's really
Okay.
nice. I really like that they.
You're not
changed
gonna
that
get
so
it
that-
until level 5, but
That's fine.
yeah.
We're just playing around with it anyway. So, back to the spells.
Yes. So you get 1 more spell.
Yeah, and I was looking at our level 2s for the funsies.
Yeah, we're down by the
Um,
M's.
Yeah. Ooh, Raven Feeblement. That sounds fun too.
Alright. So now you
For
get
that barbarian
to...
of ours.
So spell book, you can now have up to 6. So you get one more, and you could also like swap out.
No swapping out, but I will prepare Ray of Enfeeblement.
All right, Ray of Enfeeblement.
Curse all these concentration spells.
And
That's like the one thing I keep forgetting every single time. It's like, oh, this is so awesome. That's why it's so awesome, because it's concentration. That's the give.
All right, and then let's do 4 and 5.
Sweet. Ability score improvements.
Which I'm going to do it one at a time. Because of how the
Okay.
spells get. Yeah.
If we do one at a time, we're not going to go past 4 probably.
It's fine. What
It is
do you
fine.
want? Ability score improvements, or do you want a feat?
Are there any fun feats that the more experienced players here might recommend for
Well,
a divination wizard that we can take a look
Warcaster
at
might
and
not
see
be
if
bad.
they've done it?
Warcaster's always good. Keen Mind is always good. Boosts your intelligence score.
I
Why do I
mean-
feel like I got keen? I don't have keen mind. Never mind. I've got keen something from my elf.
I am taking off that prerequisite thing because it seems to be still doing it.
Yeah, I doubt they were changing it in the middle of our stream.
Keen Mind has a new.
Oh, no,
has
Tales of
been
Catacombs
upgraded
Socials.
too. Keen
Ooh.
Mind gives you an additional proficiency or expertise,
Let's do it.
Keen Mind does
as
that
well
now?
as boosting your intelligence score.
You gain the following: ability score, lore knowledge, quick study. Take the study action as a bonus. What's
What is the study action?
So that would be like if you wanted to investigate something. It's literally what it sounds like. Of just they
Oh.
renamed
Study.
a lot of the actions and made them like a lot more clear.
Interesting.
Of like being specific things of like this is a thing that you can choose to do during combat. So like for example, they also added influence as an action during combat. So if you wanted to try to persuade an enemy or if you wanted
Oh.
to intimidate an enemy, you would be taking the influence action.
It's just another comparison my brain immediately made to Pathfinder. That's funny.
All right.
Sorry.
Keen Mind no longer.
Do you
Keen
want
Mind no longer
expertise
lets
or
back your
proficiency if
overcall
you're
things.
choosing this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Expertise.
I like it. So we're gonna get an expertise. Oh, I
In
can't see the drop down menu.
history is your only option.
Then let's do it. And it makes a lot of sense for this character too. I like that.
Okay, and then the spells, you get 2 more.
So influence is making a charisma check or an animal handling check. Search is making a wisdom check, such as insight, medicine, perception, survival. Study is making an
Thoughts.
intelligence check, such as arcana,
Thoughts.
history, investigation,
Yeah.
nature, or religion.
Get back to level 1. See what else is hiding in level 1. Let's take. Ooh, ice knife sounds fun.
Okay.
Need a little more protection. Oh, that's ranged, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Need a little more of that. You guys get your daggers, and I'll just take a nice knife.
All right, and then you get to prepare 1 more.
Prepare the knife.
Nice knife.
The knife is
and
prepared.
Yes.
Let's do 5.
Do you have time for 5?
Yeah, we might as well. It's fine.
Okay.
Memorize a spell.
Replace one of the level 1 or more higher wizard spells you have prepared for your spell casting feature with another level 1 or more higher spell.
Yeah, so you can
Sweet.
do that on a short rest now.
Swippy swappy. All right, on a short rest. That's pretty good.
Yeah, instead of having to wait 8 hours like we had to, would stay in the one
While
time.
staying in Oh, Boss Snow stares at her like, this is so boring. What are you doing?
It's
All
how
right.
it works.
And since this is 5, this is when you get that free divination. Do you have a
Awesome.
divination in mind?
I don't. What's the symbol for
Well,
divination?
here, we have a cantrip first, so we can do this
sweet.
here. I don't know what the symbol is. I'm trying to see what this one.
That's abjuration.
Okay, abjuration. I know that's evocation. This is
I don't know if there
necromancy.
is a divination.
There's so
change.
few
Oh, wait,
actual
no, True Strike. Scroll down to True Strike. That's a
Oh
divination.
yeah, that's right.
Okay,
It's
it's
like the
got
blue
like
thing,
it's a
yeah.
That's
fancy
the
F.
only one.
It's the fancy
Yeah,
F.
Also,
there's
True Strike
so
is upgraded
few.
now so that True Strike is not completely useless.
Oh, it's not?
Oh, is it?
It's a completely different
Guided
spell
by
now.
a flash of magical insight, you make one attack with the weapon used in the spell's casting. The attack uses your spellcasting ability for the attack and damage rolls instead of using strength or dexterity. If the
Okay.
attack deals damage, it can be radiant damage or the weapon's normal damage.
Okay, it
type,
actually
your
is pretty
choice.
good. I do like that.
Yeah, so it's actually a spell that will be worth taking for someone.
I wouldn't even caught that if you didn't say that, because I never look at True
Yeah.
Strike. Though now it
Yeah.
doesn't. Now it doesn't really
So-
register to me as
A melee weapon
divination.
you
It
have
sounds more
positioned.
like an enchantment.
Yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
know why they left it as
Attack
divination,
uses-
but
yeah.
but now you know what the symbol looks like for divination.
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
you were
I
looking for
swear I
fancy
took-
Fs. But what
Didn't
are
I
you?
take Toll the Dead?
Yeah,
I
you
thought I
did.
took
You
that.
took it with something else.
Oh, why does it say learn?
Ignore that.
Cool, I will. I already got prestidigitation as well. Let's take shape water because that's fun.
Okie dokie. Shape water.
And let's go our third levels
Okay, third levels.
because we don't have any of those.
You
yet.
do have clairvoyance. It's got that fancy F if you
Ooh.
want your freebie.
Yes, please.
All right, freebie
I like
acquired.
clairvoyance. Oh, my tiefling wizard's coming back to me. I miss
All right,
her.
do you want fireball?
Yes.
All right, and then you get one more.
Always take
Uh,
fireball.
It's funny because my wizard did not, in fact. Ooh, sending. Let's do sending.
Okay, so you took 2 divinations.
Yeah, because why not? I should take advantage of being a divination expert. I think that's all I get, yeah? And then
Yeah.
I prepare something
And
else?
then you prepare. You can shove up to 9 prepared.
So let's prepare the Crown of Madness.
Oh yeah, because it jumps from 7 to 9 here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I thought maybe I messed up something.
We shall
Crown of
prepare the Crown
Madness.
of Madness, and we shall prepare the Fireball.
Okie dokie. All right, so now I think everything has been chosen. Your equipment, we'll just do the old 2 daggers. So much daggers and quarterstaff.
My daggers, my ice knife.
All right, I guess we can equip one of each. Why not?
Why not?
I mean, you got an 8 for that, but it's okay.
You know, just in case.
Oh no, you
I'll
have a
find
7
druid
for
friend
that.
To cast Shillelagh
Yeah,
on
but
me.
your quarterstaff, you have a -2.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Girl, you're at level 5 and you only got 27 hit points.
Squishy wizard.
It's okay, she's got that +1.
I know it could have been worse.
It almost was a negative.
What?
Yeah, so anytime you
It's just
roll
one
in for
hit.
concentration on all of your spells that require concentration, you only got a +1 to add to that.
Yay!
This is all fine.
This is how I learned. I learned the hard way.
All right, I'm gonna go over here. More creations. Also, I guess since this is all in my profile, if people actually want theirs, let me know and I can send them it. All right, so
No.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a druid. I'm a
Ooh.
druid because they have a
Just
whole
ruined.
new class for that, or a subclass for that. So I want to take a look. So I remember hearing their TED talk on it, and it sounded pretty sweet.
Yeah, they did make quite a number of changes. Some of them I like quite a bit.
All right, so druid traits. We got this table, and then skills. We're gonna. I like the idea of being insightful, and we'll give them the old animal treatment. We got the spell casting.
The old animal treatments.
Druidic, druidic. It's so you still got that language. You can leave secret messages, and they could do that. And then you have a primal order. You dedicate yourself to a following sacred role. I'm going to be a magician. One extra cantrip from the druid spell list. In addition, your mystical connection of nature gives you a bonus to your intelligence, arcana, or nature checks. The bonus equals your wisdom modifier. Oh yeah. One extra cantrip. So Do they have?
Got it.
They
Back to
have
roll.
elementalism. I love this new spell. So this new spell is so cool because you get to like do things with the elements. So you could get control over the elements, creating one of the following. You could beckon air. You create a breeze strong enough to ripple clothes, stir dust, rustle leaves, and close open doors and shutters, all in a 5-foot cube. Doors and shutters being held by someone or something aren't affected. And then you can beckon the earth. You create a thin shroud of dust or sand that covers the surface of a 5-foot square, or you can cause a single word to appear in your handwriting on the patch of dirt. So you can like literally just tell somebody off in the dirt. You can beckon fire. You create a thin cloud of harmless embers and colored scented smoke in a 5-foot cube. You choose the color and scent, and the embers can light candles, torches, or lamps in the area. The smoke scent lingers for 1 minute, so you can do the whole thing. What is that one? Incense. You can just incense everywhere, all the time. What you're smelling is incense. That's what my sister used to tell me. And then you got beckon water. You create. You create a spray of cool mist that lightly dampens creatures and objects in a 5-foot cube. Alternatively, you can create a cup of clean water, either in an open container or a surface, and the water evaporates in a minute. And then you have sculpt element. You can cause dirt, sand, fire, smoke, mist, or water, and it can fill 1-foot cube to assume a crude shape for 1 hour. So I really like
Crude,
elementalism.
just as in it's not refined, not crude, like you're telling somebody off in the sand.
Well, it could be both.
Okay, no los dos.
All right, and then we're gonna do a hint of guidance,
Nice.
and I feel like we should probably have some form of attack. I do like primal savagery, but we'll save that for later. Starry Wisp. I think this is new.
That's
You
new.
launch a
new one, yeah.
mote of light at one creature within range. It is a D8 of gradient, and until the end of your next turn, it emits a 10-foot and can't benefit from the invisible feature. We're gonna send wisps. I like that. All right, so we're a wispy person, and then we get 4 spells, prepared spells. I'll Healing Word, which is boosted for anybody. It's 2d4 now.
Excuse me.
We'll do either do the old thunder wave in case people get up close in our face. We're gonna.
No.
I want an attack. It's a ranged.
Ice knife?
I guess ice knife. I don't really like the thing about ice knife is it can hurt your companions. Believe it or not,
it's like
I
it
aim not
explodes.
to
Yeah.
hurt my companions.
I'll be honest, my character, the
Hmm.
character I made was not meant to be part of a party like this. My character is not a good person.
I'm noticing a
Someone
theme
might
with the
encounter.
characters that you create.
I said nothing.
So it
All right, we're gonna
is
do
Cynthia.
absorb elements, which I don't think they have.
Well, now it is.
Yeah, for the first time. Next, we're gonna do absorb elements, and you know what? We're gonna add a bit of charm. All right,
Mm.
so we'll have charm. Oh wait, I think. Do you have to prepare? Oh, okay. No, mine just says prepared.
No, they
Sweet.
know all of them.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
2, you get a wild. You can wild shape, which there is some changes with it, but to be honest, it's a lot to read. So there's some changes. The main thing is you have like set health, if I recall correctly, right? You just use.
It's a bonus action instead of an action. You get more uses as you level up instead of just 2 at the beginning and then unlimited at level 20. It actually levels.
Okay.
You regain a use, 1 use when you finish a short rest. All uses when you finish a long rest. You gain temporary hit points.
That's it, temporary
instead
hit
of
points.
assuming the beast's hit points, which I think is kind of weird. I
And
don't really like that change. You can also, at level 5, you can restore a use of Wild Shape by expending a spell slot. You can also expend a use of Wild Shape to restore a spell slot. So
Okay.
you can switch them out either way.
And I believe you can, and then with Wild Companion, you can summon as a magic action, which I do like that they make a distinction between magic actions and other actions. You can expend a spell slot or use a Wild Shape to cast Find Familiar without material components. So we got that. Spells, we get another one. And that other one, we're gonna do... I guess we'll do Speak with Animals. We'll be a little bit druid.
Maybe your druid should be a little bit druid.
All right, and then the subclass I'm really intrigued by is called Circle of the Sea.
Ooh, that's new.
Ooh, yeah, it's a new one.
So Circle of the Sea, when you reach this, they're always prepared. So you get a fog cloud, you get gust of wind. So I'm glad I didn't pick fog cloud. You get Ray of Frost, Shatter, and Thunder Wave. Oh, I should probably unprepare Thunder Wave. And then you get Lightning Bolt, Water Breathing, Control Water, Ice Storm, and Conjure Elemental, and Hold Monster. You also get Wrath of the Sea. As a bonus action, you can expend a use of your Wild Shape to manifest a 5-foot circle
Emanation.
that takes the form of the ocean spray that surrounds you for 10 minutes. It ends early if you dismiss it, manifest it again, or have the incapacitated condition. When manifested, the emanation, when you manifest the emanation, and as a bonus action on subsequent turns, you can choose another creature that you can see in the emanation. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell DC or take cold damage. If the creature is large or smaller, be pushed 15 feet away from you to determine the damage roll. Roll a number of d6s equal to your wisdom modifier.
Interessante.
So, since we got Thunder Wave from that one, we're gonna get rid of Thunder Wave from down here, because it's always prepared. Oh wait, I guess I already took that into consideration? Oh yeah, because I'm preparing 2 spells now. Cool. Let's see.
This will be a lot easier when it actually like keeps up with what you've already selected and doesn't have repeats.
Oh, where is my favorite? Spike Growth. My favorite.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, I
Yes, it is.
I love casting Spike Growth. It is in fact me fave. And then I do also like Wither and Bloom. It's got a little bit of druidic flair. Withering, blooming. It's the circle of life. All right. And then if we're gonna be that, we can be. Maybe a scribe. So we get wisdom and we get dexterity, which I feel like are both good things for this. I've never really played a druid very much. So intelligence and wisdom is the proficiencies, but I'm thinking dexterity for armor stuff, because you only get like light armor, don't you? Is it light or is it medium? I should have looked.
For armor, you get light armor and shields. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that one.
So you're gonna want to have good dex.
Yeah. Plus, it has the skilled, and I like having skills. So we're gonna do wisdom here. We're gonna do dexterity there. For here, we are gonna get some social things like intimidation. And then
we love to be social by intimidating.
We can do medicine.
Yeah, that works.
Medicine, and then maybe just a dash of survival. This is not making my decisions at this point. Species. We're gonna go tiefling. So they got nobody chose a tiefling today. So we're gonna teef it up. We're gonna choose to be a medium-sized tiefling. And we
I
still
love
got
that they give you options now for sizes for some creatures.
agreed. We got that 60 feet dark. We got a fiendish legacy. So we could be abyssal, and we could have resistance to poison damage, and we have the poison spray. You get ray of sickness, and you get hold person. We could be chthonic, and you have resistance to necrotic damage, and you know the chill touch cantrip, false life, and ray of enfeeblement. And you have the classic infernal, which is resistance to fire, and you know firebolt. You have hellish rebuke and darkness. Now, as much as I like hellish rebuke, I really like chill touch, so we're gonna be chthonic.
I did
We're
not
gonna be
know-
catatonic.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had added legacies to the tiefling. I like that a lot.
Yes. So
I
yeah,
like that a lot.
It makes
People are
perfect
already playing
sense.
around with the colors.
it's a very wise choice. And then we get a spell. We're gonna use our wisdom. I'm so like drawn because so many of them are charisma. I'm so like preemptive to go to that, but nope, it's wisdom. We have an other word. Oh, that's right. We got thaumaturgy. We got that. I love thaumaturgy too. We have between thaumaturgy and my elementalism, I can make everything just open and close. All right, and then I think I kind of do want to roll a dice for that. Dang it! I was hoping if I clicked on that, it would roll something.
Do you want me to roll a d12 for you?
I found it. Okay, I got one. So
You don't get to use D12s very often.
true.
Yeah, those are
All
barbarian.
right, so my first one is a 2, so I know draconic. And then my
Nice.
next one is an 11, so I know halfling.
Nice.
This
You and
this
Catherine's characters can communicate secretively.
this is what I know. All right,
I
and
don't know that
then
they don't give many options for the exotic languages anymore.
so I think it depends on your background because I did see them listed for other things. I think when it comes to
Yeah.
species, though,
It's just not very many. I just feel like there used to be a lot more options to know languages like that.
yeah, it wasn't so. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Oh my
You're getting all the
gosh!
good rolls.
Yeah, right?
So happens you go last.
There you go. Balance it out.
Oh my gosh!
That's not
Oh,
balanced.
wow.
That's not balanced at all.
All right, you go to wisdom. You're gonna go to wisdom. You're gonna go to strength.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna go to dex. You're gonna go to con. You're gonna go to charisma. You're going to intelligence. Most of the time when I'm just like making a character to get like an idea, I'll just do standard or I'll do the point buy just to get an idea of it. But oh my goodness. I got a 19 wisdom. At level I guess
have all the
I guess I would have had that technically at level 1. Oh, that's messed up. All right. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna balance out our wisdom, and how we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna. Oh, wait. Warcaster.
Is that worse, or is the advantage on everything worse?
Where is Warcaster now?
So Warcaster's the
I
one
checked
with the
it.
bug. You gotta go.
Oh no, I checked it on Brand's sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There
you
we
gotta
go.
turn
Gotta
off-
go back every time.
Yeah, and that should bring it
The
up.
prereqs, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get that Warcaster.
Not you can do it on your character sheet.
Yeah.
There it goes.
All right, there we go. And we want that wisdom. And with Warcaster, so now Warcaster does give you a ability score increase, as well as the advantage on Constitution and the reactive spell for the opportunity attacks. Is there something that they took away, or they just really add to it?
No, they just added to it.
Okay, it only got better.
Because I think all of the general feats give ability score improvements
Yes.
of 1.
I see. And we have
so-
Wild Resurgence. Once on each of your turns, if you use, if you have no uses of the wild shape left, you can give yourself 1 by expending a spell slot. No action required. In addition, you can expend... Okay, so that's the in-out one that you mentioned earlier. We get another cantrip. Wait, oh yeah, sorry, I took that someplace else. We already have so many things. Oh, primal savagery. Yes, please. Because I for one mostly like using cantrips in conjunction with Warcaster because it doesn't cost you a spell slot, and this is a melee one, so you can slash at them.
And it has a D10, which is nice for a cantrip.
Yes, it's pretty beefy. Did I
Sacrifice of being up close and personal with the enemy.
Mm.
You do get to do more damage.
Oh.
That tends to be the case.
All right, let's see what we get third. Aura vitality, dispel, elemental weapon. I believe, is that new? Because I looked at it earlier, and
maybe?
I think it is. So you can take a non-magical one and you add that, and then that adds. It gets a +1 bonus to attacks and it deals an extra D4 of the chosen type.
That sounds vaguely familiar. I wonder if maybe they changed the
It's-
name or if they like combined two other things.
It sounds like the one that just turns a weapon magical. There's a non-magical weapon to magic, but then it adds this additional like elemental feature to it or
Yeah.
damage type to it.
But instead we're gonna do Call Lightning. We got Revivify and Heat Metal. All right. I guess let's do a little bit more time so we can see some of the new features with... I'm just going to read through these. I'm not going to pick spells every single time so we can see, because this is a brand new subclass. So you get Aquatic Affinity at level 6th. The size of your emanation created by a Wrath of Sea increases by 10 feet, and you get the swim speed for all those swimming moments. And when you don't want to just become a fish.
How did you know I just wanted to be a fish?
You get Elemental Fury. The might of the elements flows through you. You gain one of the following options of your choice. Potent spell casting. Add your wisdom modifier damage to any druid cantrip.
It is a new spell, by the way. I just searched for it.
Nice. Then we know that's going to be ability score improvements. So before I go all the way down there, we're going to add it, bump me up to 9. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, I just got that. You get nothing at 9 because you get new spell slots. So we got our wisdom maxed out. We got that constitution issue, though. So for that, we're going to add some resilience. Because that's also going to give us an advantage. That's going to give us proficiency with constitution. Which is good for maintain. Plus, we got that Warcaster, so we're gonna have advantage on it. Nobody breaking us out of our concentration.
We roll those 2-nut ones.
Oh, a Stormborn. The Wrath of the Sea confers.
Dude, you can just fly.
You get a flying speed, and you got resistance to cold, lightning, and thunder damage. Plus, being a tiefling, I got necrotic resistance, so that's 4 resistances.
That's pretty nice.
Plus, I also got that absorb elements in case of a rainy day, I guess.
That's just a 6th level spell at 11.
Okay, so 12, of course. So, wait, where are we at with our abilities? Because, you can always... All right, dexterity. We want to round out our dexterity. So, class. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be skill expert. Where are you? Skilled
That's
expert.
a good
We're going to choose...
Nice and classic.
I guess we can learn some persuasion instead of just intimidating everyone. But we're going to be insightful.
Maybe I could try using my nice words.
And we're going to have dexterity. All right. So then 13 is going to be a new spell slot, so probably nothing. So we're going to hop to 14. I was right. We got Oceanic Gift. Instead of manifesting emanation of wrath of the sea around yourself, you can manifest it around one willing creature within 60 feet of yourself. That creature gains all the benefits of emanation and uses your spell save DC and wisdom modifier for it. In addition, you can manifest the emanation around both the other creature and yourself if you expend 2 uses of your wild shape. Oh my goodness.
Is he just,
That is so cool.
Is he just creating Aquaman?
Basically.
I'm better than Aquaman because I can make other people aqua people.
During my
We're
Aqua.
all-
I'm better than Aquaman.
And we're all aqua things. Aquafina.
And he's probably jacked, so he could all. Oh no, he put his strength as the dump stat. Never mind. I thought he was gonna just roll up as Jason Momoa.
You know, you just brought up a very good
Aquaman.
point. We're gonna take that tough feat with the tough feet.
Jason
We're at
Momoa.
179 HP.
Oh
All right,
my
we're gonna
gosh.
bump up to 6 or 18. So
What
from
is the
there,
improved elemental fury?
oh,
at
oh,
15?
I missed that. So the option for your elemental grows more powerful, and so when you cast a
300 feet
druidic 10, oh my gosh.
Oh, and your prime
And-
strike increases too.
Oh, nice. Oh, I think it's. Oh, is it not one or the other? Yeah, no. The option you choose
Whichever
for
one you
elemental.
chose
Yeah, so I've been
has the
doing
benefit for
potent
it.
spells, so that would be good for someone that's on the primal. Because
Gotcha,
basically they
gotcha,
made it so
yeah.
a druid could be melee
Because you
or a
chose the
distant caster.
Excuse me.
Oh, wait. So I got
So now you got a
beast
range of
spells.
300.
Yeah.
You can cast spells and beast
While using your wild shape, you can cast spells in beast form. All right. That was pretty consistent with before. All right, we're just going to go up to 20. Our epic boon,
spells.
I'm going to do the spell recall, I think, so I don't want to read other ones. You gain the following benefits: increase intelligence, wisdom, or charisma by 1 to a maximum of 30. Whenever you cast a spell with a level 1 to 4 spell slot, roll a d4. If the number you roll is the same as the spell slot isn't expanded. I want to check something real quick. Abilities. Oh, they're all rounded out.
Yeah, it wouldn't actually do you any good.
Dang it.
Not in terms of modifiers.
I guess I'll just
You
throw
should
it
get
on
some items to
charisma.
help
He
you
was
pump things
he was
up.
getting better. And then Archdruid, you have the vitality, it constantly blooms around you, granting you the following. Whenever you roll initiative and have no use of wild shape left, you would gain 1 expended use. You got nature magician. You can convert uses of wild shape into spell slots, no action required. Choose a number of your unexpended uses of wild shape and convert them into a single spell slot, with each use contributing 2 spell levels. For example, if you convert 2 uses of wild shapes, you produce 4 level 4 spell slot. Once you use this benefit, you can't do it until, and you got longevity. The primal magic that you wield causes you to age more slowly. For every 10 years that you pass, your body ages only 1 year. So my tiefling's gonna live forever.
So that's actually not as good as the OG.
Used to be at
because
17.
It gives you a
wasn't it?
limit for your wild shape.
Oh, I was thinking about the aging. The aging, you used to get that like 17, I want to say.
18.
Oh, 18. I was close.
But yeah, you don't have unlimited wild shape anymore as an archdruid, which is a shame.
We're going to get that shield and we're going to grab that sickle. Oh, I'm going to have a lot less spells technically, but technically my spells thing is pretty good there. But I got 223 HP and a plus 10 with advantage on all my concentration.
Gosh.
That's really nice.
And my insight is a 17. Just try to lie to me.
Oh my gosh.
Got a higher passive perception than Stan.
Yeah.
It only took 20 levels.
Right.
What is her insight that high? I think that's a
But gosh, you
Oh.
got there.
Yeah.
She does not have a 27 passive insight.
Yeah.
No, it's only a 20.
Is it that high? I don't think she's got
I'm
it
pulling
that
her
high.
up her sheet. I don't think it's that high. Her passive insight's only a 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Oh,
you
I was
even
banking
get
on it. I thought it
modifiers
was
higher
20.
than 17?
No, her passive
Um,
perception, I think, is 20, right?
I think the only way you could
Oh.
do that is for a certain class, like with the barbarian, you get that boost up to 24. So in theory, if you had athletics and you had expertise in athletics, you would get that up to a 20, I think, or 19. It might be 19.
There's also lots of items and different things that
Oh,
can
yeah.
boost your ability scores.
Yeah, that's true.
You
Yeah.
can get a
I was
luck
looking at
stone that'll
Joan
boost them all by
Stonecutter's
one.
thing, and her athletics modifier was a plus 17 as well.
But I
Yeah.
got so many things with a +5 now because they were druidic. My starry wisps.
That's really nice.
So I'm either doing radiant damage or I'm doing frost damage, and then I also got necrotic damage, poison damage.
Versatile.
Yeah. Cool.
You
Wait,
should
why
get-
isn't it showing
like-
all of the resistances I have?
Oh, that's weird.
Wait,
Wait, what feature was that
Features.
from?
Good point. I wonder if it's only if I'm in like the C form.
Might be.
No,
Is
it's
that was-
elemental. No,
Uh,
it's improved elemental.
For Stormborn, your Wrath of the Sea confers 2 more benefits while active. Maybe click on it
yeah,
and
click
see.
on it. Is that the...
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
what
fly.
gives you the-
Oh, and resistance.
Yeah,
So-
that gives you
It
Cold
gives
the
you the
lightning thunder.
resistances. So you have to
When it's
activate
active.
the Wrath
Okay.
of the Sea.
I wonder, does it
To
show
do
that
it.
by Wrath of the Sea?
Probably not. Yeah,
No
so you would
choice
just have to
made.
keep it in mind because it
Yeah.
doesn't last,
Mm.
because it only lasts for 10 minutes, so it's not going to put it on your sheet that you're just like,
Well, I
always
wondered if they would
resistant.
add it
unless
to
there was
the
a way to
text,
select it.
say like as a reference to it. But
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if there was like a selection and then it might add it
But it
to
seems
the
weird that
defenses,
doesn't
but it'll
even
go away
show you
once
it.
it's unselected.
Doesn't even show you that as unless you click on it. That's not. I feel like they could.
Yeah, they could have made this snippet a little bit more useful.
And this is how we learn, you know?
Yeah.
This is whenever I'm making subclasses, I have to go like back and forth from character sheets to see what it actually looks like because
Are
it's
you
never
listening, wizards? Are you listening?
You know, it's still early access content. It's
Yeah.
still
In a
technically being
week.
play tested.
In a week, it's all gonna be fixed.
Definitely.
week.
All the bugs
I am
on
a
the list.
pretty skilled druid with that skilled thing.
Mhm.
That's good. That's pretty good. Plus, I got that guidance.
You should go to manage spells, and for all the spells that you have left to
Oh, 22 to
prepare.
go.
to learn, you just make them all 9th level spells.
I wonder, did they add any ninths? Storm of Vengeance, is that new?
No, that's not new.
All right, what about an 8ths?
All of those are normal or OG. I remember all of those. Yeah, I've seen all of those. None of those are new. I don't remember what Druid Grove is, but I don't think that's new.
I guess
Yeah,
that's
that's
in
not new.
Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
I just don't think I've ever seen anyone ever use it. All of these are old, looks like. What's the Primordial Ward?
Primordial World. I guess it's
Oh,
on
resistance. Yeah. When you take damage, you can gain immunity.
E. All right, what about 5th?
I think all of those were already there. Yeah.
All right, 4th.
You can get Charm Monster Legacy.
I see.
It's funny what ones they just include as legacy in there still.
Oh, Fount of Moonlight, I think, is new. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one's
okay. So a
That one's a
cool
cool one.
light wreaths your body for the duration, emitting bright light in a 20 and a
Become a
dim.
glow stick.
Aww.
You are the glow stick.
Until the spell ends, you have resistance. Ooh, so if I want that resistance to radiant, and your melee attack deals. So this would be good for the ones that didn't go magician.
And again, it's melee, so
Immediate.
it's concentration and a melee.
Well, yeah, but for that magician, it's melee. So like with druid, they made it so that way you could either focus on like the spell side of things and kind of have a distance and do spells, or you could be more of a melee type combatant and focus on being up close and personal.
Also, it's melee, but if you take damage, you can use your reaction to force them to make a con save or be blinded, which is pretty darn nice.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
So it's around getting hit.
You're
And if you got a constitution like my person, you're not super concerned about keeping your concentration up.
Yeah, so you're not gonna lose your concentration, and they have to make a Constitution save of 19 with your current spell DC, or be blinded. So that'd be worth being in melee. I think that's
This
the only
says
one.
that there's 12 new spells in this handbook.
Yeah,
I wonder if
it's
there's a
not-
way to just find them.
You can probably just Google a list.
Source.
I mean, I
mean,
have a
yeah.
list in front of me.
Oh, I just hit
Yeah,
the source book and then
It's not gonna be listed in the source book like that because
Under-
it's like alphabetical, so they're all gonna be
Mhm.
mixed in there.
oh,
You'd have
There, I
to
sent the link of what the webpage that I'm looking at.
Alright.
Thank you.
do you want to tell me and I could
Yeah.
do a search?
Arcane Vigor is the first
Mhm.
one.
Vigor.
That's the one where wizards can now get a little bit of health back with their hit dice.
Oh, I think I did.
Ooh.
You tap into your life. Yeah, that's right. I did look at that one, and I liked the idea of this one. You roll 2 of your unexpended hit dice, and we gain a number of hit points equal to spellcasting. Because I think hit dice, I feel like they had the expectation of you, like, I don't know, short resting like every other minute or something like that. Because you got timed
Yeah.
later
Yeah.
on. So
Yeah,
most
because-
parties don't short rest that much, I feel like. So
No,
it
because
gives.
they don't usually get as much combat as the player's handbook actually says you're supposed to. The player's handbook is designed for like 5 to like 8 combats in a day. I don't remember. It's like an absurd number of combat in a day. And it's just like, 1, that takes forever. 2, I don't have that many hit points.
Yeah.
But they are expecting you to like be using all of your hit dice every day.
So it's
Because-
I mean, if we want to have 5 to 8
No.
combat every
No.
day.
all right.
Brenna,
what's-
do you know how many more years, plural, that would add on to the length of this campaign?
what's
All
it-
I'm saying is that I will do as you ask. Just ask.
we did ask
We're
for
not asking
leveling
you
up.
that.
years. Fewer years to the campaign, not more.
So you want to
Alright.
fight the big bad evil guy tomorrow? Okay,
No.
got you.
What is the next after Arcane Vigor?
Befuddlement.
How do you spell that?
Befudd.
Ah,
It's in it.
befuddlement. I'm guessing you confuse people. Uh-oh. What? I bought this. I
That's
own
another
you.
big glitch on the website.
Behind the paywall.
But I paid for it. They just billed me again today, and the price keeps changing.
I'll read it off from the site that Cassie sent. It's a
wizards.
level 8 spell. Enchantment available for bards, druids, warlocks, and wizards. It is an action to cast, range of 150 feet. Casting the spell unleashes a psychic blast that forces any creature you can see within range to make an intelligence saving throw. That's fun. There aren't too many intelligence saves.
I'm glad that they're
If-
mixing it up.
If they fail, they take 10d12 psychic damage and can't cast
Use those
spells
D12s.
or use magic actions for the next
That's-
30 days.
30
Oh,
days.
This is their version of Feeble Mind. I remember now. I
Yeah.
did hear about it.
Nice.
I think they took out Feeble Mind and replaced it with this. Search for Feeble Mind and see if it comes up in the new handbook.
And what level was this? 8?
This is level 8, which is the same
Okay.
as Feeble Mind. I think it's a complete replacement.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's only
Legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah. So they
And
don't
this was
have.
Intelligence
Yeah.
becomes a 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go vegetable.
At least you can still be
Um,
wise.
But it
A
is
wise
it
vegetable.
is the same it's the same 30-day period.
Yeah, but greater restoration,
And
heal, and wish helps you.
yeah, and that's the same as well. This just does more damage, and you can't cast spells or use magic actions for the next 30 days instead of the intelligence and charisma becoming one.
Yeah. And then
yeah.
what's the next one? Oh my gosh, I'm knocking things over.
Drawmige instant summons. I don't know how you're supposed to say that guy's name. But it's DrawMij. Apostrophe S. Instant summons.
Oh. Instant summons.
Oh, so that there's a legacy version, and then there's also the new version.
Okay, now give me that one. You touch the sapphire. Oh, I actually did see this the other. I was looking at this. So this one's a ritual at 6th level conjuration, and it uses up a sapphire worth 1,000 gold points. You touch a sapphire using the casting an object weighing 10 pounds or less, whose longest dimensions is a 6 foot or less. The spell leaves an invisible mark on the object and invisibly inscribes the object's name on the sapphire. Each time you cast this spell, you must use a different sapphire. Thereafter, you take a magic action to speak the object's name and crush the sapphire. The object instantly appears in your hand, regardless of the physical or planar distance, and the spell ends. If another creature is holding or carrying the object, crushing the sapphire doesn't transport it, but instead you learn who that creature is and where that creature is currently located.
Huh.
Well, I don't know how that's new.
Let's see.
Because there was already a spell of the same name.
So you touch
and it looks like it's the
same cost.
Thing.
The spell is invisible marking. Oh, well, I mean, they added that it's a magic action. Just speak the name and
but like,
crush this instantly. But instead, you know who possessing the object and roughly where the creature is located at that moment. So I guess it's just more exact.
Yeah, so that's not a new spell. It's just a slightly changed spell.
Alright.
The next one is Elementalism, which we already looked at.
Yeah.
Fount of Moonlight, that we already looked at. Jalarzi's Storm of Radiance.
Okay.
JALLARZI apostrophe S. Storm of Radiance.
Storm of Rad. Alright. So 5th, it's concentration for a minute. It's got a con save. Evocation. You unleash a storm of flashing light and raging thunder at a 10-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point you see within range. While in this area, creatures have the blinded and deafened condition. They can't cast spells with verbal components. When the storm appears, each creature in it makes a Constitution saving throw and taking 2d10 radiant damage and 2d10 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. A creature also makes the save when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. A creature makes the save only once per turn.
So it's not a lot of damage, but it's automatic blinded and deafened.
And
you can't cast
potential
spells with
potential blinding spell block. Plus,
Yeah, so
if you're
that's-
blinded, it's going to be difficult to get many spells anyway.
Yeah, like the number of spells that don't have a verbal component and that you don't have to see anything for. There's not many left.
Maybe, I don't even know, is there a verbal component for guidance? Maybe you can get a guidance.
Guidance is just
I don't know, Stan, is there?
Hey, guidance is verbal and somatic.
Oh, so I guess every now and then we're hearing her mumble something too.
Yeah.
Every
She's just
minute,
like-
just a mumble.
She's talking to herself.
She's whispering affirmations to herself. You're strong.
Or she's
you are
grumbling at
beautiful.
Atala.
It doesn't
That,
look like you
more
can
likely.
move it though. You can't move the cylinder, so and it's a 10-foot radius, so like the creature would just leave.
Yeah, I guess that would come down to because it doesn't make it difficult terrain either.
Yeah. Like you would just walk in a straight line out of it, and then
Yeah.
unless you get pushed back into it. And
I guess
like,
you
there
get
are more
pushed
things
into
now.
it. And I guess it
Yeah.
depends on how the DM handles, like, if you're blinded, like, if you could just say you go in a direction or if you have to, like, roll to go in it. And, like, I don't know. There's some people that do different things if you have, like, a blinded status.
But if you just bolt in one direction, you will be out of it.
Yeah, but that's when you have your party surround the exit of it. You just have everyone surrounded
You have the barbarian waiting right outside.
with Sentinel.
Just punch you in the face as you come out and push you back in.
Or if the
Right.
person has Sentinel, all you have to do is hit them when they're at the corner.
Yeah.
And they can't move anymore.
The next one is Power Word Fortify.
Oh.
This is
That
a
one sounds
pretty
cool.
fun one. It's available for bards and clerics. It's nice that bards are getting
Yes.
a couple more spells. Not very many, but we have like
Also,
3.
it's interesting a power word that is presumably helpful instead of killing. You see a
Well,
lot
there
more.
was- there was
Just
Power Word
destruction.
Heal.
Oh,
There was
okay.
Power Word Heal, but like no one ever used it.
Yeah. So you fortify up to 6 creatures you see within range. The spell bestows 120 temporary hit points, which you divide among the spell's recipients.
That would be pretty nice. Stay in
Oh,
should
yeah.
get that
And it's a
one.
7th level, so it's.
When we
'Cause
get
I
there, I
think
can get it.
because I think that one spell that you blocked from me being able to use it was an 8, and that was like 700 HP between everybody, wasn't it?
That's Mass Heal, which is a
Oh.
9th one, isn't it?
Oh, maybe it was 9th. I couldn't remember what level.
Mass Heal is 9th level, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that lets you do 700 hit points amongst
Yeah.
distributed amongst the people.
So this is
Heal
like
by itself is a 7th level, but that's only on one creature.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's 70 hit points.
Next one is Shining Smite. Another
That
smite
sounds
option
fun.
for the paladins.
Oh,
Is
actually, I
it
think I
more-
looked at this
One's for
earlier
you,
when
Pallies.
I was looking at a paladin. I think I took this because I thought it was cool. Yeah, this one is one of the smites that actually does have concentration because they removed concentration from many of them. The target hit by this strike takes 2d6 radiant damage from the attack until the spell ends. The target sheds bright light, 5-foot. Attack rolls against it have advantage, and it can't benefit from the invisible condition.
I feel like there's a
Okay, so-
running theme with these new spells that it makes people light up. Because that's 3 or 4 of them now that makes people
They're
shed
just
light.
they're just really on the radiant.
Keep that in mind, though.
I'm
Keep
bright
that
like a diamond.
Shining Smite in mind while I read off. You launch a mode of light at one creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, they take a D8 radiant damage. And until the end of your next turn, it emits dim light in a 10-foot radius and can't benefit from the invisible condition. That's Starry Wisp, the cantrip.
Sounds a lot better than the smite.
The bright light is more. It doesn't give you advantage on attack rolls against it. So that's like the only other thing.
Yeah.
It does more damage, and it has the invisible condition, and it still sheds light. But one is a 2nd level spell, and the other is a cantrip.
Yeah, but the advantage is good if you have like a rogue in the party.
Yeah, but like there are a lot of other things that give advantage.
Yeah,
too.
well, especially
like fairy fire.
so it's
Can't
shining
benefit from invisible,
well,
and all attack rolls against it have advantage.
it also depends on your subclass of paladin, because if you have the new vengeance paladin, they can use they have it now, channel divinity, as the oath, what it was before, but they can target a creature and they have advantage on that creature for a minute, and if they kill that creature they can move it to another creature. So if it's a paladin of vengeance, it could already give itself advantage on things.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it really adds very much, is
Yeah.
my only thought. Next is Sorceress Burst. You'll never guess what class this cantrip goes to.
Wait,
A barbarian.
Sir,
Right.
us?
OUS.
OUS.
Burst.
Burst.
I
think I did look
you're
at
right.
this
It's the
one.
class that already had the most cantrips.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love this one. You cast a sorceress energy on one creature or object within range. Make a ranged attack against a target. On a hit, they take a D8 damage that you choose between acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, psychic, or thunder. But the additional thing is if you roll an 8 on the D8 for the spell, you roll another D8 and add it to the damage. When you cast this spell, the maximum number of these D8s you can add to the spell's damage equals your spell casting ability modifier. So you can just keep acing the damage.
Yeah, imagine if Catherine had that.
Do a lot of damage.
Absolutely ridiculous. I'd probably just roll a 1.
Same though.
Ain't that just the way?
Mm-hmm.
Next is Starry Wisp that we already looked at.
Yeah.
Tasha's Bubbling Cauldron.
Bubbling? Ah, there it is.
Like-
Bubbling. Yeah. This is a cool one. I like it's different. This is actually a fun
6th
different
level, 10 minutes. You conjure a claw-footed cauldron filled with bubbling liquid. The cauldron appears in an unoccupied space on the ground within 5 feet of you and lasts for the duration. The cauldron can't be moved or disappears when the spell ends, along with the bubbling liquid inside. The liquid in the cauldron duplicates the properties of common or uncommon potions of your choice, such as healing potion. As a bonus action, you or an ally can reach into the cauldron and withdraw 1 potion of that kind. The potion is contained in the vial that disappears when the potion is consumed. The cauldron can produce a number of these potions equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. When the last of these potions is withdrawn from the cauldron disappears and the spell ends. Potions obtained from the cauldron aren't consumed, disappears when they cast the spell again. It costs a gilded ladle worth 500. Oh, but it doesn't consume it. So I guess as long as you have a very expensive ladle.
So it's 500 gold pieces, but like
It's
you
got-
get to just keep using it.
It's gold and it's got some diamonds engraved on it. It's that bougie ladle.
The next one is one that I looked at earlier. Yolan's Regal Presence. YOLANDE''S. Regal Presence. Yep.
Alrighty.
I came across this one earlier.
5th level.
Bards and Wizards.
1. You surround yourself with an unearthly majesty in a 10-foot emanation. Whenever the emanation enters the space of a creature you can see, and whenever a creature you see enters the emanation or ends its turn there, you can force that creature to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 46
Sorry, Kassie.
psychic damage. It has the prone condition, and you can push it up to 10 feet away. On a success, so the target takes half as much damage only. A creature makes the save only once per turn.
And look
you
at the
just-
material component.
A miniature tiara.
You have this
Can we
candy
please
crown.
get this for Snow?
It'd be funny on a tiefling if
Aw.
they just have this little tiara on like one of their horns.
On one horn.
Yeah.
I love the spell just for like the vibes, because it's extra for no reason.
It's so extra.
I don't think it should be a 5th level. I feel like it's not enough to be a 5th level, but I do like everything else about it.
Well, I don't know, because it can be pretty effective.
But like compared to other 5th levels, I don't feel like it compares well. I feel like it'd make more sense as a 4th,
I guess
maybe
that
even
could
a
be.
3rd, but like not higher than a 4th.
Please don't give
But
teachers psychic damage.
they already have it.
I think
Yeah.
that's just a class trait.
One too, by the way. But yeah, I would love if Snow had this spell.
It'd be good for him. I need him to have a tiny tiara. I
Is
need
a
that.
tiny tiara, does that count as the really cool hat that Snow wants to find? Would that count?
That would absolutely count.
What if Bo
Excellent,
and
noted.
Snow both had it, and they just stood by each other and they made a big
We're just send them
emanation?
back to back. You know?
Well, you can't get to choose actually. So this is another one where it's 10 feet and it's everyone. Everyone within 10 feet of you. It
And
wouldn't
this is
be
when
a creature
Snow
you
wants to be
choose.
extra and have some space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all can just be prone around me.
Literally
Bow
prostrate
down.
yourself before me.
Bow
then you
down
Push
before
us
my
out of the way with your
majesty.
foot.
Now you're starting to sound like Stan.
But what happens
Yeah,
if you have
that's the
2
thing, is
people
that this
doing
is
this
much more
spell and you
Stan.
enter
See-
into each other's emanations?
We just both fall.
It's like two bags of holding coming together. Just explosions.
See, I think from a perspective of like being a range person, I could see it not being the greatest. But if you are somebody that does go up towards people,
If you
and it
were like College of
follows-
Swords,
yeah,
say, like you're doing melee stuff, this could be a pretty good one. Because like if it
Yeah.
knocks the people down, you keep concentrating on it, and then you're just hacking away at the prone people in
Yeah.
front of you.
So I'm thinking of also like Bo with his. So if Bo had this, since it follows him, all he has to do is cast it, and then he can run around the map if he uses bonus action to run, and then that he could just make everybody toppling as he just runs past everybody. So it does have
That's
a lot
true.
of
You-
flexibility since it's
You
an
could affect a lot of
Yeah.
people if you just like bolted past a line.
yeah, like when you cast the haste on him,
Haste.
he could have gotten all of those enemies with this thing.
Oh my goodness.
So
Just
I think
ping-ponging off of
I
them,
think
knocking them
since it-
over.
I think since it's not a stand in one place type of thing, I could see why they
Mhm.
have it higher, because you have that. I'm just gonna run around and make everyone bow before me.
I mean, it is a wisdom save, and a lot of times those are not too difficult to make, but it
Unless
does
if you're me.
Yeah.
unless you're staying.
See, I feel like I use wisdom as like a secondary dump stat most of the time. Like strength is usually my first dump stat. Wisdom is my
Yeah.
secondary one.
Oh,
A
I feel
lot
like
of the
I feel
time.
like I
Mine to
pile into
play up.
wisdom.
Yeah,
Just
the
'cause I'm so
only
interested in like I don't want to have a lower perception. I want to make sure that even if I don't have proficiency, my perception is
But-
still, or like my insight is still relatively.
yeah, I would
okay.
just be fine with having like choosing that as a proficiency and get my bonus on that. I'm not concerned
That's
beyond
what I
that
did
most
with-
of the time.
I'd rather
That's
have
what I
it
did with
without
Snow.
it.
That's what I
Snow
did
is
with Bo.
proficient in perception.
Yeah,
But he's got that, you know,
he's just base
0
10.
otherwise.
Yeah.
He's just built different.
Well, I feel like
The
I also
proficiency doesn't seem to help me,
there's
though.
not a
You guys
huge
just roll
amount.
hard.
There's also not just like a huge amount of wisdom saves. I feel like
No,
I-
wisdom,
It's one of
there
the
are
more
more wisdom
common
Is there?
saves than any
bunch.
others.
oh,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
it's
I
just
feel like I don't make
Wisdom
it very
and Dex
much.
feel like the most common.
Wisdom and Dex are the most common, which is why, if you notice, if you look at the list of classes and how they each have 2 saves that they're proficient in, no one has both dexterity and wisdom because those
no
are the
one
2
can
most
be that
common.
powerful.
Because they're the 2 most common saves that everyone makes.
Though-
so they don't make
Interesting.
that.
Though
combination.
admittedly, rogues later on they naturally would get wisdom if you like went high enough. They get wisdom as a proficiency. I think they now
Monks-
get 2. I think they get wisdom and something else
Yeah.
now. I'm gonna
monks
check.
get proficiency in all saves eventually.
Yeah,
but
monks
not
get
starting
in
out.
all, but
But
then
yeah, you can look at them all right there. You can see it without even clicking on it.
Oh, well, I was looking to see what level you get that one thing.
Is it the slippery mine you're talking about, or
It might be. Oh, it's not a clickable thing. Okay.
That's lame. Making
It's
you
shot
they are
twice.
neither labeled down here, nor can you quick link.
Yeah, you get
Dag.
You gain wisdom and
wisdom
charisma.
That's
Hmm.
pretty nice, yeah.
Yeah, so you can get 4, and if you get resilient on your constitution, you'd basically have
Almost
everything
everything.
besides strength.
Yeah. One thing that I don't like just about what you're looking at right here, is that it's not telling you the levels.
Yeah,
with
I
the
hate that.
features. You have to scroll up to the table to see the level, and then you
And
scroll
then-
down,
and
and
then
you're
it's
like,
not
oh, what
quick
level is this
linked.
other thing? You got to go back and forth.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's something that I have really hated on this, and I really hope they change it. And not only that, like the comments, I've seen many of them. No levels on description
levels
for
in
trade.
description
Number
was
one
the
comment.
first thing, yeah.
Just 14 hours ago, someone posted that. Nick Mate knows.
Same brain, Nick mate.
Shout out to you, Nick, mate.
What
Yeah.
other, besides, because we know that they had the Aquafina thing for druids. Did they make any other subclasses? I know that the bards got dance.
Yeah, they got college or dance. It's not really that good though.
I mean, I think it's an okay one. Like, I don't know. I
feel
think
like
it
that'd
has
be right
some.
up Snow's alley.
I think
Well,
it has
no,
some
it's not,
flair.
because they focus, instead of focusing on just like
Dancing
art,
in general.
it wants to make it more
Melee.
about melee, which we already have with College of Swords.
Yeah, and there's also
It's more
Valor, which
about
is
doing
also kind
damage
of
and
swords.
combat and so forth.
Yeah, so you have advantage on charisma performance that involves you dancing. So it's specifically just dancing. You have
Which
the
is, like,
unarmored defense.
better.
So you get like a armor free thing, which uses charisma and dexterity.
That I
Um,
do like.
I will
Um,
interrupt real quick though. We have spent this lovely 2.5 hours character building. So we're probably gonna have to start wrapping it up. I think we planned for the 2.5 because David very wisely understood how the time could break up, and I think we got some great character builds in. If we have any final closing thoughts on it, we want to do that quickly, and then before we say goodbye to everybody and see them again next week for Razia, and in 2 weeks to put all this into action.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
So
that's gonna be good.
Yeah, I would say 90 to 10. I would say mostly positive review on this.
I would agree. Overall, I like the vast majority of the changes. There's a few things that I wish they
Either
had
left
changed, they
alone.
didn't, and then there's a couple things that they did change that I don't like.
Looking
But
at you,
overall,
counterspell.
yeah, counterspell is a big one.
Like your
Sounds
DM
fun.
knowledge can come in and say, we're gonna play this an old way, or we're gonna still do this the way we've been doing it.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, that's
probably
why
what I'm
they
gonna do
did
for
keep
my
the
campaign.
legacy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
it differentiates it for you. So if there is something that you're just
I-
like, eh.
Yeah, I do really like that. For my campaign, we'll probably use Legacy Counterspell and so forth. But
Yeah, probably. I'm
it's
still trying to
just
figure out where
better.
they're going to, if they're going to do that. Like, it feels like it's more boon than balancing with any kind of banes. Like, there's just a lot of extra power punching things, which
Bo
is
would
very
get
cool.
less psychic dice.
But
I think you might see more of the
Yay.
balance side when we get the new DM's guide and monster
Yeah.
manual and stuff, and see how
That's
those
true.
things.
So
'cause this is all about the players. This
2025.
is all
Right.
about how you're improving them. So if they're doing this
Yeah.
much, imagine what changes might be coming for monsters that we face. Or
Like,
Yeah.
I know
potentially
Very,
the
very
DM.
cool.
I know that there's a new status that people fall into when they go below 50 of their HP. They are considered bleeding. So there is a new thing. So all of us
Also
would have
from
been
Pathfinder.
bleeding,
Or
basically.
earlier edition.
Snow is always bleeding then.
So interesting
Yeah,
to see what
doesn't have
they're.
the
I think
PHB.
that's what I saw. Because there was
It's
something.
I think
probably
it's
half
like-
50%.
HP.
Yeah,
I think it's half your HP, 50%.
yeah. That's
Which is a term that I already use. Like if I ever say
It's
that,
from an earlier edition.
yeah, and it's
Interesting.
good. I always
yeah.
use that.
Well, I
If
think
ever
that there's
say that a
some
monster looks
things
bloody,
now.
or my character looks bloody, that just means half HP. or
But I
whatever.
mean, I saw it because there's some, I think, weapon skills that benefit off of having a target being that. So now
Yeah.
it's not
Okay.
only just like an acknowledgement of where you are health wise, it's certain things are going to be more harmful toward
Use
you
for it.
mechanically.
Gotcha.
I like
Cassie, any thoughts from you from our newest D&D player?
I didn't know enough about the first one to not like this one, so it all seems great to me.
Sweet.
And I'm not gonna lie, I've been listening to the presidential debate a little bit in the background too. For the last
Oh, is
30
that
minutes.
tonight?
Yeah,
I'm so
I
glad we
was.
could save our audience from that.
Yeah, well, I was actually gonna go to a friend's house to watch it if we didn't do this. I had a backup plan.
Yay! But you could be here instead.
Yeah.
This was more-
Awesome.
This is much
This
more
one.
wholesome.
1,000%. Awesome. Well, this is
Both
really
impact my future.
fun.
This one
is-
honestly has more impact on my future.
Honestly, not even wrong. Me, samesies. Then I think with that, I appreciate all this, David. Thanks for leading us through it with the screen share. And next week we will be back here, same time, same place for session 36 of Rousia's
37.
Shadow. 37?
Yeah.
I
Wow.
can't even keep count of my own game. Fantastic. 37 of Razia's Shadow, which is our D&D campaign. And the week after that, we will have a one-shot led by Josh using the new rules from the Player's Handbook 2024. Very excited for that. And a giveaway that same evening. If you guys help us out with your likes and especially your subscriptions, when we hit 175 subs, we will be doing another general giveaway. So we could have a twofer. We
Which
could have a 2 for
technically
1.
could include this because it costs as much as the other source books.
Which could include this. So there you go. There you have it.
Hey, we only need 5 more.
Oh, we got 3
Really?
then this stream.
Oh.
I just went and clicked on the channel to check.
Yeah, I just refreshed it now. Okay, it went from 167 to 170. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. 5 more and we'll have a double giveaway. I think we can get 5 in 2 weeks. But until that time, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed that. Let us know your thoughts in the comments as well. I don't have to ask you a question. Leave us your thoughts in the comments on the new Player's Handbook 2024. And we'll see you next time. Safe travels. Until we meet again.